gets up, and he may be a rather highbrow Catholic, and say, well, God has given the Spirit through all the traditions, but ours is the most refined and mature. And then somebody comes along and says, well, as I said, they're all equally revelations of the divine. And in seeing this, of course, I'm much more tolerant than you are. You see how that game is going to work? See, I could take this position, supposing you regard me as some sort of a fool. You remain the witness. Your ego. That's that little scoundrelous fellow. Always. And it's given by these simple physical means so that it's very easily and readily available. Well, a lot of people got baptized, and it doesn't always take. People fall from grace. Why do they? You see, we're just talking about the same old problem, but we've put it a step up. But it's the same problem. How can I improve myself? Was the first problem. The second problem is, how can I accept grace? They're both the same problem. Because you've got to make a move which will put yourself out of your own control into the control of a better. If you don't believe in the Christian kind of a God, you can believe in the Hindu kind of a God, who is your inner self. You see, you've got a lower self, which you can call your ego. That's that little scoundrelous fellow. It's always out for me. But behind the ego, there is the Atman, the inner self, the inward light, as Quakers would call it, the real self, the spirit, which is substantially identical with God. So you've got to meditate in such a way that you identify with your higher self. How do you do that? Well, you start by watching all your thoughts very carefully, watching your feelings, watching your emotions, so that you begin to build up a sense of separation between the watcher and what is watched. So that you are, as it were, no longer carried away by your own stream of consciousness. You remain the witness, impassively, impartially, suspending judgment and watching it all go on. That seems to be something like progress. At least you're taking an objective view of what is going on. You are beginning to be in a position to control it, but just wait a minute. Who is this self behind the self, the watching self? Can you watch that one? It's interesting if you do, because you find out, of course, that this is just as the problem of grace is nothing more than a transposition of the first problem. How am I to be unselfish? By my own power. It becomes, how am I to get grace by my own power? So in the same way, we find that the watching self, or the observing self, behind all our thoughts and feelings, is itself a thought. That is to say, when the police enter a house in which there are thieves, the thieves go up from the ground floor to the first floor. When the police arrive on the first floor, the thieves have gone up to the second, and so to the third, and finally out to the roof. And so when the ego is about to be unmasked, it immediately identifies with the higher self. It goes up a level. Because the religious game is simply a refined and highbrow version of the ordinary game. How can I outwit me? How can I one-up me? So, if I find, for example, that in the quest for pleasure, the ordinary pleasures of the world, food, sex, power, possessions. All this becomes a drag. And I think, no, it isn't there. So I go in for the arts, literature, poetry, music. And I absorb myself in those pleasures. And after a while, they aren't the answer. So I go to psychoanalysis, you see. And then I found out that's not the answer.
Let me go to Collegeville, PA, and talk to Jared. Jared, thank you for calling and thanks for holding. You're on the air.
Hey, Jesse, happy birthday, man.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Of course. Yeah, just had a question for you, because you're a pretty heavy advocate that all thoughts are lies.
Yes.
And I just wanted you, if you wouldn't mind elaborating on that.
Let me, and I will, but how do you see that coming? Do you see it as true or not?
I'm not, well, that's a tough one to answer. I'm going to, I don't know.
You don't know? Do you think?
I don't.
And I
will agree with you that most thoughts are lies, but I'm trying to get to that black and white mentality that all of them are lies.
Do you believe that you create your own thoughts?
No, absolutely not.
Do you believe that they're from God?
No.
And who do you think that they come from?
That I have no idea.
Do you believe that they're from Satan? Influenced by evil?
Sure, yeah.
You do? And so
yeah.
You know that Satan is a great deceiver, right?
Right.
So if he's a great deceiver and there is no truth in him, how can any of his thoughts be true?
So that's a valid statement. But so I work on cars, correct?
Right.
And in order for me to
South Memphis nigga, but I go hard for the whole motherfucking city. You smell me, I go hard for every young nigga that's out here in the streets getting it. Know what I'm talking about? The bad bitches love me and real niggas fuck with me. That's how we rock and rollin'.
Y'all listen to this shit. Goddamn, get high, get fucked up, get drunk, whatever you do. Sip lean, smoke weed, and play this shit.
Smoke with freestyle.
I got a bone to pick. I don't want you monkey mouth motherfucker sitting in my throne again. I'm mad, but I ain't stressing. True friends, one question. Which way you and I was walking? Now I run the game, got the whole world talking. King Kunta, everybody wanna cut the legs off him. Kunta, black man taking no loss. Which way you and I was walking? Now I run the game, got the whole world talking. King Kunta, everybody wanna cut the legs off him. When you got the yams, what's the yam? The yam is the power that be. You can smell it when I'm walking down the street. Oh yes we can, oh yes we can. I can dig rapping, but a rapper with a ghost rider. What the fuck happened? Oh no. I swore I wouldn't tell. Almost of y'all share bars like you got the bottom bunk in a two-man sale. Something's in the water. And if I got a brown nose for some gold, then I'd rather be a boss. Nigga, you and I was fucking.
By the time you hear the next pop, the funk shall be within you.
It's where you and I was walking. Now I run again, got the whole world talking. Keep moving. Everybody wanna cut the legs off. Kuta, black man taking no loss. Oh yeah. It's where you and I was walking. Now I run again, got the whole world talking. Keep moving. Everybody wanna cut the legs off. When you got the yams.
What's up? What's up? How you doing? Hold up, hold up, hold up. How you doing? What's up, everybody? Yes, we are flying in a hurricane right now. That is why we're shaking. Extreme weather alert. Flying up to 10,000. How you doing? How you doing? Welcome, welcome, welcome. I hope everybody is doing just fine. Let me turn this down. Let me show my face. Very, very good. How's everybody doing? Let me turn everything on here. Man, we are flying out of, where are we flying out of? We are flying out of Myrtle Beach, South Carolina, flying straight into Hurricane Ian. Can everybody hear me? Test, test, test. Yeah, we're seeing the hurricane. We got a lot of things to see and do. The plane is shaking right now, and I can't get it to stop. That's okay. I can't get it to stop. What is going on? Poor plane. Okay. Right on. Okay, so let me just welcome everybody here. For those that have arrived and been waiting, and for those that are new, you are flying nickstream. So let me just say good afternoon to all my nickers and nickerettes. Welcome aboard the nickstream. This is your captain speaking, the anchor baby. We got a flight ahead of us. It's flying out of Myrtle Beach, like I said. Myrtle Beach International out of South Carolina, straight into Hurricane Ian. On our way to LaGuardia International in New York. Quick stop to fuel up and drop off anybody who doesn't have the stomach to cross the Atlantic, or is it the Pacific, to Rome Fiumicino International Airport in Italy to say a quick hello to Giorgia Meloni, the new Prime Minister of Italy. We are flying crazy right now. Hold on. We're just flying wild. We're going to die here. And so we'll make our way down to Italy. And then after that, we'll see if we can also make our way to Platov International in Russia. And we're going to stop by and see the new fascists over there in Europe who are crazy enough to want families and Christianity and totally insane. So we got, and hopefully we'll even fly over Sweden and Iran because there's a bunch of stuff going over there. Very cool. So let me say hi. What's up, Enoch Carver, Real Mr. Mad, No Spiritu, Lord Bibby, Eric Gnome, Ryan Bardwell. What's up, Great Bowls of Fire, The Usual Suspects, Games for Rec. What's up, Sion Gamer? Look, Teresa, look, old and new names. Very cool, very fun. Very nice. So yeah, lots to do. We got an in-flight entertainment, right? We got plenty to do and say. The world stage is heating up. Big moves in the big game. What else? Serial killers in the news. People got an obsession with the serial killers lately. Something going on there. Big tech showdown. Heats up. What's our country going to look like? Calls, variety videos, viewer videos, and more. And don't forget to tune in tomorrow too. I got a special morning stream. We're gonna get down with the World War III vibe, and we're gonna run some Tarkov and get down with the Russia World War III vibe. If anybody knows what I'm talking about, we'll be doing a little gaming, early gaming, Tarkov, and do some shooting of Russian firearms and just get in the mood. And we'll also be covering some debates that are going on tomorrow, so it should be a fun morning stream tomorrow as well. So check it out. Make sure you tune in. It should be fun. So, lots to get into here. It's the last day of September. Spooky month is coming up. Yeah, Teresa, Jeffrey Dahmer is on Netflix and it's being talked about. But they're going to get the story wrong. So, I got to set them straight. Yeah, spooky month is here. Our October surprise around the corner. Anybody? Midterms in November. So the October surprise is coming. So be ready for that. Politicking. And no, it's not a sticker, Billy Bob. These are pins. One says Viva Trump. One says, well, one's just a little wood figurine of JLP himself. Who got striked on YouTube? Crazy. Yeah, we got a strike on YouTube. And can you imagine for what? We got it. We got the JLP show. The JLP channel got striked. I thought it was because of the new Bible Thumper Thursday intro I had. New fresh Bible Thumper Thursday intro I had. But it wasn't. It was actually a video from a year ago. And what did they say we did? We done did? They said we done well, they said that we were basically spreading election misinformation. So that's what they said about us. I know. Could you imagine actually striking JLP for misinfo? Ridiculous. Okay. So yeah, that's what's going on there. Crazy. So we should be off YouTube for a little bit, but hey, eventually we'll be back. Hopefully a week. Hopefully not too much longer. We'll be live on everywhere else though. Rumble and all that. Cozy. All that fun stuff. Yep. Hey, yeah, I think you guys are right. That might have been our October surprise over there in what's it called? Over with the peeps over there at YouTube. Midterms, JLP's a little too truthful, too strong. You know what I mean? So something's going on there. All right, y'all. If I seem distracted, it's because there's something going on with our plane here, okay? And basically what's going on here is that we're shaking, and we can't seem to stop shaking. And we never shake like this. We never, the plane's just like shaking in the air. It's just got a weird shake to it. And I don't know what it is. The flaps are up. Like, what do you want from me? Speed brakes are up. Like, what more do you want? Why are we shaking like this? This is concerning. Anyways, we'll deal with this in a moment here. We got some show to deal with. So, where was I? JLP strike. Okay, that's how it goes. Misinfo. Big tech getting together. Oh yeah, maybe we are shaking because of the hurricane. Let's check. I think we can even check the weather on this little computer here. Let's see what the weather's saying. I think we just got turbulence. Is that what this is? Maybe every nickstream flight has been so smooth, obviously the best pilot ever, that maybe we're just not used to all this Hurricane Ian weather. Maybe our weather scanner here might show us a little something. We seem to be better off now. We're not shaking so much now where they're flying, I bet you, above the hurricane. I heard the hurricane was like down to a category 1. So it might not even be anything like a big deal now. So shout out to anybody in South Carolina dealing with anything. Shouting out Floridians as well. I heard it was hundreds dead. That's crazy. The plane is currently on auto. Noel is Speedy 2. Working as a flight attendant at Speedy Airlines. No hours. Thanks, Sion. Is Sion our flight attendant? Do we got a flight attendant in the chat? Is Sion putting in those hours? Thanks for working, nickstream, Sion. Always the gracious and magnanimous Sion. Always kind, even with our most unruly of first class passengers, which I am reminded to welcome. So let's get on and do that first, all right? And let me just say to Lord Bibby 42, the great Lord Bibby here. He says, Orange Fanta and Uno time. Not even Hurricane Ian can crash this week. Let's go. Thanks, Lord Bibby. Come on down to first class and enjoy your snackies and drinkies. And I believe will be served by Sion wearing the nickstream uniform. Very, very cool. Thank you for your first class seat. Please come on down and enjoy it. And we're currently not shaking anymore, ladies and gentlemen. The seatbelt sign is off. No more turbulence as we're flying high above Hurricane Ian. Isn't that cool? Almost to our cruising altitude of 35,000 feet. First class time. God is punishing Ron DeSantis for sending those migrants to Martha's Vineyard. Yep. Man, they put you in expert mode, Nick, for doing so well on the last flight. That's exactly right, Mr. Mad. And welcome to the stream. I'm using your yoke here that you donated, Mr. Mad. Thank you very much. Right on, Sion. Anyways, reading chat here. Let's speed up the plane now that we're nice and high. And here's what else do I got to say here? I got a little bit more preamble. I mean, what was I talking about? We're talking about October surprise. JLP strike. Can you imagine that? Misinfo. I think last strike we got on the JLP show was hate speech. JLP getting a strike for hate speech, like ridiculous. That's an oxymoron. That doesn't make sense. That literally makes no sense. Man. So yeah, welcome everybody. I hope your Friday's going well. I want to talk about a few things here, like what? Where do I start? Like I was saying, I got a stream tomorrow in the morning. So join up. It's going to be fun. Do a little gaming. And we're going to review a little debate action because we got ourselves a little debate going down tomorrow. And so what's going down is Destiny, our friend Destiny here. He was been on the JLP show. He's been on some of our panels for the men's conference. I got to turn down my monitor brightness here. Holy. It's like washing me out as I'm if there's anything white on my screen. Just turn down this brightness real quick. Hold up. It's better. That's better. So you know who I'm talking about, right? Destiny. Stephen Bonnell, the communist gamer, but kind of based in some respects, but pretty much a Biden apologist and, kind of degenerate. But he's pretty level-headed on a lot of things, and I like him. And I like his stream. Beta, someone says. But, yeah, he's debating Jordan B. Peterson. Y'all know who Jordan B. Peterson is. 12 Rules for Life. Been on the JLP show as well. Philosopher. He's many things, right? JBP. We love JBP. What's the big deal? Why is this happening? Why is my computer? Oh. So, yeah, y'all know JBP. And so Destiny and JBP are debating tomorrow. So that should be fun. Let's watch some of that while we do a bunch of other stuff, fun stuff for tomorrow's stream. So make sure you join up. It should be fun. It should be cool. A European cigarette, says Mr. Mad. Yeah, Destiny's cool. He's like a South Park character, says Boy with No Face. So, yeah, that's the debate tomorrow. We're going to get on that. So it should be fun. JBP, JBP's in the news a little bit. Talking about JBP here, okay? Since we're talking about JBP, Jordan B. Peterson, he's been on the news. I think a lot of people are just trashing him lately. They're just ripping on him because he's been a crybaby as of late. He's been on my channel, 𝒔𝒐𝒄𝒊𝒂𝒍𝒔 and Noel Espiritu. I'll be reviewing that debate probably live and other stuff as well, the gaming and all that. I'll try and be live tomorrow at around 11 a.m. Pacific time, or maybe earlier. Yeah, probably earlier. Try and catch the debate, but also do some gaming and whatever. Doom Jesus says Destiny is a POS. He isn't fit to shine Jordan Peterson's shoes. Peterson is a POS too, though. That's just funny. So he's been a bit of a crybaby lately, as what people are saying, and so they're calling him a beta male. They're saying, you know, he's been trying to help young men, right? Jordan Peterson. He does a lot of philosophy stuff. He does some religious Christian stuff, some mental, you know, like self-help. I don't want to call it just self-help. JBP is amazing, says no. We love JBP, right? He's cool. He could be a little weak and emotional, but some people call him a gatekeeper of sorts. Some people say even maliciously that he's keeping people from the truth by being a gatekeeper of the truth, because he won't talk about certain things, and we'll get into that. But people are calling him a crybaby. You might have seen this. He was on with Piers Morgan, uncensored with Piers Morgan. And so, yeah, this is a clip that people are pointing to as to the crybaby, the crybaby accusations.
I want to ask you just quickly, the film director Olivia Wilde has a new movie out, which she says is based on you, this insane man, this pseudo-intellectual hero to the incel community. Incel being these weirdo loner men who are, you know, despicable in many ways. Is that you? Are you?
Whoa, Piers Morgan, relax. Don't be talking about yourselves like that.
The intellectual hero to these people?
Sure. Why not? You know, people have been after me for a long time because I've been speaking to disaffected young men. You know, what a terrible thing to do that is. I thought the marginalized were supposed to have a voice.
Right on.
It's making you emotional to talk about that.
Well, God, you know. It's very difficult to understand.
JBP, why you crying like that? Come on, man. Come on, man. Peterson, an emotional, useful idiot. Beta, come on, Doom Jesus. He's just passionate. He's just passionate, which is evil. You gotta be careful with this passion stuff, all right? And I heard Gavin. You know what? I saw Gavin McInnes said recently. He was saying to JBP basically. He's basically saying, listen, as much as you may like it or not, you're a sort of leader, a sort of a sort of a leader and example for men. So you can't be out there crying so much. And he's got a point there. Although, if you didn't make JBP, Jordan Peterson, your god or anything, then you wouldn't care if he cried. You wouldn't get so mad and be like, wow, he's such a beta. He's leading people the wrong way. So he's passionate. He's crying. Big deal. What's the big deal? But anyways, he's crying because, well, he got a little emotional when they accused him of being the incel's intellectual hero. But you know, the guy cares about young men, and he's been asked before about his fight and for, you know, fighting for young men, and it's gotten him emotional before. But JB, he gets it. He gets it. He gets what men are going through. He gets that the attack on him, and the young ones are really taking it difficult life right now with the culture and women and being beat down by every institution. We're talking about media, school, everywhere you look, it's their enemy number one, right? So yeah, he gets it. You know, maybe he's emotional, but he gets it. JBP gets it. If I had to have a whole bunch of neighbors, I'd rather have Jordan B. Peterson neighbors than you know, like, what? Not that far from JBP, not that far left, and it's over. I've even heard people, this is some criticisms that get lobbed to Jordan Peterson. They say about him, oh, he won't talk about X or Y because he's that, or he agrees with that, like whether it's immigration or media or Jewish power or other things. Well, he won't talk about those things, but he's either, because he is that, or agrees with it. But maybe there's a third option. Maybe he's just not aware of it and into it. So I'd rather Jordan Peterson's as my neighbor. You know what I'm saying? But stop with the crying.
How demoralized people are. And certainly many young men are in that category. And you get these casual insults, these incels. What do they mean?
That's a point. That's a good point. It's just casually thrown around. Incel.
It's like, well, these men, they don't know how to make themselves attractive to women who are very picky, and good for them. Women, like, be picky. That's your gift, man. Demand high standards from your men. Fair enough. But all these men who are
But also, where's the standards for women? But anyways.
alienated, it's like they're lonesome and they don't know what to do, and everyone piles abuse on them.
You've been so controlled.
I mean, freaking good point, right? But anyways, people are piling on him because of the crying. So JVP versus Destiny tomorrow should be fun. Let's get into it and review it and all that ish. He's an intellectual BSer. Yeah, you know, I think you guys sometimes say about intellectuals like Jordan Peterson and others. So, yeah. That's what's up with Jordan Peterson. Let's watch more of this. Oh, actually, no. No more of this. Because you guys got to check this out. This is pretty interesting. Ronaldo, in the same interview, Jordan Peterson reveals that Cristiano Ronaldo basically reached out to him. Check this out. It's kind of fascinating. From Fan Nation Football, how Cristiano Ronaldo and Jordan Peterson became friends. What the heck? Wait a second. Worlds collide here. Jordan Peterson has revealed how he became friends with the Manchester United soccer star Cristiano Ronaldo. Ronaldo, 37, recently posted a photo of himself alongside the 60-year-old Canadian psychologist and author on Instagram. The post was captioned by Ronaldo, "Nice to see you, my friend. # see you soon." Peterson replied to the post by writing, "I've rarely met anyone who more clearly deserved what they earned. Good to meet you." Ronaldo's interaction with Peterson caused a stir on social media, as the Canadian is a divisive character who has a long history of making controversial statements. Like what? Many people who wanted to know just how Ronaldo and Peterson had become pals. The question was answered by Peterson himself when he was a guest on Piers Morgan, right? Like I said. And so yeah, we'll watch this. Him talking about Ronaldo. Yeah. Kind of interesting.
So a weird thing happened about 2 weeks ago. I was on Instagram and suddenly up popped this picture. And it was you with a friend of mine, Cristiano Ronaldo, the football genius, greatest player to ever play the game as far as I'm concerned.
All right, relax, Piers Morgan. The greatest genius to have ever played the sport.
And you'd been to see it just privately. And he was saying how great it was that he'd met you and you'd gone there. And all hell broke loose. He was bombarded with people saying this is outrageous, legend over, legacy finished, none of which would have bothered him because he'd heard all this kind of thing before. But the venom of it was from certain quarters was so pathetic, it seemed to me. So first of all, what were you doing with Cristiano? Why were you there?
Well, he invited me to come and see him, and he had some trouble in his life a few months ago, and a friend of his sent him some of my videos, and he said he had watched those, and then he read my book, one of my books, and found them very helpful, and he wanted to talk. So I went out to his house and we talked for about 2 hours. And he showed me all his equipment for keeping himself in tip-top condition, and we talked a bit about his companies. And
you know, he does the whole 9 yards, experimental stuff. One thing you gotta respect about Ronaldo is his off the field work. How well he takes care of himself, doesn't drink, doesn't smoke, doesn't do a single thing, nothing like that. And just the intense focus he has off the field with diet and caring for his body, rest and relaxation afterwards, and all the rest and all the lengths he goes to take care of his body. The man is playing the highest level of soccer at at an age most professionals have long retired at.
But mostly we talked about what he wanted in the future and some of the obstacles that he's facing while pursuing that. And so we had a strategic conversation, I would say, for about, on those topics for about 90 minutes.
Were you, in a way, the Ted Lasso figure in his life?
Well, that's what it felt like.
He didn't realize he was missing?
Yeah.
I don't know that movie.
Well, I think maybe he did realize that he was missing it because he seemed to have found it to some degree in those lectures. And so
Fascinating. So Ronaldo, world superstar, got, you know, women and he's got kids. He's doing his thing. The nerdy saying says, "See." But Ronaldo needs help. He's reaching out because men and all people are going through it, man. They're going through it no matter what, how much money you got, no matter where you're coming from, how much you've achieved, all this and that. People are looking for help. They're seeking out there, and Ronaldo needs to talk to JLP. You feel me? Somebody needs to get Ronaldo hooked up with the real deal. But yeah, pretty interesting. JBP and Ronaldo. I mean, it's just fascinating. A lot of people out there looking for help, and you know, it's kind of fascinating to see all walks of life need it. But let me say this, Piers Morgan, you're saying, oh, the greatest soccer player to you know, the grace the sport. Well, let me ask you a simple question. Has Messi ever asked Jordan Peterson? Has Messi ever reached out and for help? Oh, I need help. Ooh, I need help. Jordan Peterson, I'm Ronaldo and I need help. I'm sad. Look at the man on the screen you see now. I don't see anybody seeking out that kind of help. So how about that? How's that for GOAT? I'm sad. I want to kick a ball. Okay, I'm playing. I'm playing. Yeah. So yeah. Nerdy saying stop. Nerdy saying just stop. Obviously you don't watch soccer. So yeah. So that's what's going on with JBP. We'll try and get in on that debate tomorrow as well as other fun stuff. So tune in. What else? What's up, Ivana Spencer? You just getting in? Hey, Donnie Armour. What's up, buddy? Nice. Don't care about nothing, but that's cool. I'm glad you're here. Hey. Messi needs help getting the cookie jar off the shelf. Whatever, man. Whatever. Okay. Whatever. Don't be. Relax. Okay. Everybody relax. Was there no JLP show today or yesterday? Asks Moon Cricket Stinks. By the way, Moon Cricket Stinks. Funny name. Come on down. That's plenty of money right there for a first class ticket. And yes, we were live on the JLP show yesterday and the day before. We're still live. Check us out on Rumble. We just got a strike on YouTube for the JLP show, so sorry we can't stream over there, but we're still live. And of course, the listen line is still open. So check us out, rumble.com/Jesse Lee Peterson. We'll be back on YouTube eventually, hopefully. They kicked us off for misinfo. Can you imagine that, Moon Cricket? They went back a whole year to a clip, and somewhere in that video there's talk about schmelections, and that's the way she goes. That's just the way she goes. Okay, what else do we got? We got plenty of stuff to do. So let's get our bearings here. We are flying into Virginia. Just crossing the state lines into Virginia here. Shout out anybody in Virginia. In fact, we are in Virginia. On our way to LaGuardia International. And we got a long international flight here for those that joined late. We're going to be seeing the new fascist European leaders. We're going to go over there and say hi to Giorgia Meloni. We're going to go over there and say hi to the Swedes, fly over Iran, and maybe even land in Russia and go check out the new Russian territory? The newly annexed Russian territory? What's going on here? Moon Cricket Stinks with the first class super chat saying, oh, Lord, they just don't want to hear JLP's message. It's crazy. Imagine banning JLP. guy just spreading a good message on repeat for 30 years. You know what I think the JLP show is kind of like and should be? You know what those, what is it, World War II, like number stations? Anybody know what I'm talking about? Number stations. Now, I don't know too much info, but they basically were what? They're, here, let's maybe even watch something. Number stations.
Of E0.
9 7 1 5 3 9 7 1.
You know what I'm talking about here?
The Lincoln. This is the sound of E03, also known as the Lincolnshire Poacher, because of the short piece of the aforementioned folk tune that introduced it. It is one of the best known examples of a number station, something which reached its peak during the Cold War, but since its end and the rise of the internet has died down a lot, but it hasn't gone away. The Lincolnshire Poacher was believed to have been run by the British Secret Service and first broadcast from Bletchley Park before being transferred to Cyprus and Guam, continuing to broadcast up until 2008, sending encrypted messages in the shortwave band as blocks of spoken numbers, possibly.
Interesting info. So you got it. Numbers stations sending out a message that only the intended receiver could understand. And so that's how the JLP show should be. It should just be 24/7, nonstop, just broadcasting even from like from underground radio stations and something like that, and just at all times just trying to reach the intended viewer, helping that one individual out there. So anyways, that's just my ramble on that. My ramble on Rumble. So yeah, on our way here to LaGuardia. What else would I gotta say? Yeah, Ronaldo, JBP, lots going on here. What's up, Noah's Arkansas? Welcome. Thanks for joining the stream. Okay. So, what else are we going to get into here? Oh, you know what else? You know what else? Has it already been an hour? Amazing. Okay, hold on. Because we got to be talking to ATC here. We got to be getting radar contact here. It's kind of a little bit. They got to know where I'm at. So maybe we could do that before we get into our next story here. And let me just say real quick. Oh man, this microphone's difficult to place. Okay. Let me just also say the seatbelt sign is off. You know what that means? That means you can call in. You can call in. That is 760-515-3855 if you want to chat about whatever you like. I'll even unmute this call so I don't miss it. Hey, Noam. Yeah, Joel Friday's doing fine, man. I saw him commenting on the Instagram post the other day and just, we talked the other day and, he's fine, man. He's fine. Mark Moon Cricket Stinks with the super chat saying, can you play a 24-hour JLP yelling beta at YouTube CEO? Yeah. Number station 24/7, just JLP yelling beta. So, yeah. JesseLeePeterson.com/show for all the ways to watch the show. Don't forget that. I gotta welcome Billy Bob. Billy Bob, come on down and enjoy your first class seat, man. Come on down. Much appreciated. Okay. Just checking where we are in the flight here. Make sure we don't have to catch any glide slopes here so that we can start making our way down to LaGuardia. Looks like we're fine here. Now, maybe we should do some quick radar contact here with, where are we? New York Center. So what's our closest center? Give me a moment here while I work this out, y'all. New York Center, Virginia Center. So we should go to our closest center, which would be Philadelphia Approach, I think. No, that's not it. It would be New York Center 125. So let's switch the radio there to New York Center. I think you should be able to hear the radio now.
Departure flight heading
100, you can hear that now.
Wind 060 at 10, runway 4 left, clear for takeoff.
All right, let's talk to ATC. Okay. New York Center, November 4-5 with you at 35,000 feet.
November 4-5, New York Center. I'm sorry, what altitude were you at?
That is 35,000 feet.
November 4-5, looks like you're still not my control. Stand by for a second.
We are standing by for ATC to give us a squawk code so they can see us on their radar. I probably have no radar contact with them at the moment. So we'll see if they can give me a little squawky, which is a little number that we use for our radar.
November 4-5, head back to Washington Center's frequency on 133.72. I don't have your data tag from him yet.
Repeat frequency, please, November 4-5.
133.72, 3372.
That's 3372, November 4-5.
Giant 5147, climb and maintain flight level 320 direct park.
Okay, we're switching.
You
heard.
Park for Giant 5147. American 321.
You heard ATC. All right, you heard that. You heard the man. You heard the air traffic controller. Yeah, pure Aussie gold. He's not sitting in a tower.
11, you leave my space radar services terminated. Friction change, so advise you approve. You have a nice flight.
That's not to us. Okay. Hold on. Sorry, y'all. ATC's talking. Yes, pure Aussie gold. We are talking to actual other enthusiasts. It's other enthusiasts who are talking on the VATSIM network. So, yeah, these are all people who are trying to do this legit, but it's for fun. Yes, Teresa, it's real in the sense that it's another enthusiast at a computer playing along. What's up, Troy? November 4-5 still with you?
My apologies. Reset transponder 4625.
That's transponder 4625, November 4-5.
Washington Center, American 22, 16,000 for 210.
All right, as you can hear, we've doing some on-the-fly changes. Let me lower the volume to the ATC. Sorry. As you can see, we're doing some on-the-fly changes here for with ATC here and all that as we enter, as we're flying through Virginia. Anyways, back to the show. Talking about a bunch of stuff already so far. I already welcomed Billy Bob to first class.
And November 4-5, your radar contact 30 miles southwest of the Peterson via WAR. Descend via the Core 4 arrival.
That's descend via the Core 4 arrival, November 4-5. I don't know if you all heard ATC there just gave us instruction on how to arrive to LaGuardia International.
1548 descend via the...
And so the instructions they gave us, I'm trying to talk over this. The instructions they gave us is to arrive via what's called the Core 5 arrival, which is a specific arrival instruction to arrive to the airport. Hey, if you find this interesting at all, so there's lingo and all that, that's what's going on. Let me mute this because let me mute this for y'all so you guys can't hear it and doesn't annoy you. Tell them you are breaking course for the North Tower, then yell Allahu Akbar. I totally could do that. Okay, so I got some more first-class super chats here. These are from Based America First, and these are from last week, which I didn't do my show last week. I didn't even mention that. Thanks for anybody who was patiently waiting. I'm grateful, but I didn't do my show last week. Why? Because I'm lazy and churlish. I saw the finish line. The week was going. I'm working. I'm doing my thing. And right up to the end,
097.
I see the finish line and I give up. What a shame.
At or above 1,800, you cleared RNAV runway 16.
So yeah, that's what happened there. But these super chats are from last week, and let me just shout out Based America First here. Ugh. Sorry, I gotta mute the ATC. It's so loud, I can't even think. Hopefully they don't say anything important to us. Jeez. My apologies. I gotta lower this volume. It's just too much. Okay. Jeez. Anyways, like I said, I didn't do my show, but shout out Based America First. Thank you so much for your super chats here. He says, Tom Brady trivia. He attended 𝒏𝒊𝒄𝒌𝒔𝒕𝒓𝒆𝒂𝒎 High School in San Mateo, California. He began a football career on Padres junior varsity, but not good enough to be starting quarterback until the original starting quarterback was injured. He was also not the starting quarterback for the New England Patriots until Drew Bledsoe was injured. Brady certainly worked hard his career, and it's interesting how he's taken up advantage for fortunate opportunities. But what's up with his wife, Gisele Bündchen? Is she seeking social media notoriety with her public complaints or excuse for divorce? 42-year-old supermodel with a 24-year-old supermodel. Sorry, that's not what he said. She whined Tom wasn't home enough, then flew to Brazil. They're both mega millionaires and should be able to balance marriage, family, and careers. Compare the Brady situation to the Roger Federer, who recently retired from tennis. Roger is the sole mega millionaire in his family, yet he and his wife, Mirka, managed to travel with and educate their 4 children, twin girls and twin boys. That's an interesting point, Based America First, because it's like, it doesn't matter how much money you got. It doesn't matter, the money, how hot you are, how hot your wife is, If it ain't right in the home, the woman's gonna use anything to like get at you and try and maintain power in the home and stuff. I mean, imagine being an absolute superstar like Tom Brady, being a legend, have been winning for decades, and your wife is like, "Oh, you should be home more," or "I'm not happy with this or that." Like that's something you're supposed to get over. Oh, wanting him around at all times. Now, I don't know what's really going on behind closed doors, but I still appreciate the super chat there, Based America First. It's an interesting topic. I don't know too much about their what's going on with them and all that, but your support is deeply appreciated. We also got another first class super chat from Moon Cricket Stink saying, "Can you blast some Danger Zone and Fly By Tower?" Hey, let's do that over in Europe when we're over there after our international flight. And then finally here was from 𝒔𝒊𝒄𝒌𝒔𝒕𝒓𝒆𝒂𝒎. Come on down for your first class seat. Appreciate that. 𝒔𝒊𝒄𝒌𝒔𝒕𝒓𝒆𝒂𝒎 says, they waited for Jesse's show to go live on Bible Thumper Thursday before they nuked it. That's no accident. Hey, 𝒔𝒊𝒄𝒌𝒔𝒕𝒓𝒆𝒂𝒑, I don't want to be a conspiracy theorist, but hey, I had the same thought. Why did they strike us at exactly 6:06 a.m. from a video that's a year old? Yeah, whatever. October surprise. Get out of my face. Yeah. What's up, number one hater? What's up, Gerald Garner? Arctic Turn, Denti Jen. What's up? But yeah. I'm a little suspicious too of 𝒔𝒊𝒄𝒌𝒔𝒕𝒓𝒆𝒂𝒑. Come on down for your first class seat though. Oh man, what else? What else do we got? So yeah, that's all the super chats. That's all of that. What else do we got? Right, 6:06, Ivana. It was like right, perfect timing, if you will. So dumb. Okay, I'm just checking the flight here. I think everything's cool. I think everything is okay. I can't seem to zoom in on my map here. That's not good. There it is. Okay, so what else can we do here? How long is the suspension? I'm not sure, Hate Speech. I'm not quite sure. I think it's like a week. What's up, prisoner class? I think that's a new name. And Dirty Murph. Is that a new name as well? Nice. Red Dirt Farm. What up? Okay. Here's what I'm going to do. I need to take a little break. Get myself situated. Get the music and the vibes going because we got some more show to get into and some calls to take. And a mind to break. Oh. Already got a call.
Call from
Reuben.
Hey, caller, you're on the air. And who am I speaking with? And where are you calling from?
Reuben from Canada.
Reuben, man, I'm hearing myself echo. Make sure I'm not on speaker.
Yeah, 1 second. Is it better?
I think that's better. Yes, I'm now hearing
Yeah, okay.
echo. Thanks, Reuben. You're calling from Canada, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, you called JLP Show. Welcome. Thanks for calling the Nick stream. I appreciate it. Thank you. Go ahead.
Yeah, no problem. I'm kind of confused. What's your show about?
Yeah, well, you're watching Nick stream. It's pretty much just it's a show about culture and life and pretty much life as I see it, and it's done all from a virtual cockpit, and you're all the passengers of this plane. So it's kind of fun. It's kind of unique. We talk about culture, religion, politics, and we take calls as well.
All right. We're going to do some Allah Akbar stuff.
You're going to do some what?
I'm asking, are we going to do Allah Akbar stuff?
Allah Akbar stuff? We've done a little bit of that. We've done, I can't say yes or no. Can't say we will this time, but we've done a little bit of that.
Is it like an online thing, right?
What do you mean?
The game or the thing that you're doing?
Oh, okay, so yeah, I'm flying right now I'm flying in a Microsoft Flight Simulator. And so that's what's going on. Yeah, I'm flying on this flight simulator. But what you're hearing me talk to is it's called 𝒂𝒊𝒄𝒌𝒔𝒕𝒓𝒆𝒂𝒐, and it's an online community of enthusiasts who are all either flying virtual planes or they're pretending to be air traffic controllers. And they do it all legit. They try and sound legit and everything.
Yeah, I could tell. I thought maybe that was like pre-recorded, but it was a bit too on time when you were asking them stuff.
No, those are real people.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can if you have Microsoft Flight Simulator and 𝒂𝒊𝒄𝒌𝒔𝒕𝒓𝒆𝒂𝒐, you can do what I'm doing.
Oh, that's. I wanted to ask you something.
Please go ahead.
Have you forgiven your parents?
Yes, I did. I did the whole shebang. I went straight to mama. Even though I was kind of mulling it over for some time. I don't know. I don't think I was scared. I was living a little bit far and I kept putting it off. But anyways, maybe I was scared. But yeah, I went to her and I spoke to her and I told her. What'd you say?
Can you tell me their reaction?
Yeah, my mom's reaction? Well, she didn't quite understand. She didn't quite understand. She thought she didn't quite understand exactly what I was forgiving her for, despite, me explaining. She still didn't quite, I guess, really agree. But she didn't say much, really, besides, just saying, yeah, okay, I understand, and we moved on.
All right. Your dad did the same, right?
Can you say that again?
Was your dad's reaction the same?
Keep the phone close. It's a little hard to hear you.
Can you hear me better?
That's way better, man.
Yeah. I asked, was your dad's reaction the same?
No, man, I've never met my dad, so I don't know. I wouldn't know. I wouldn't know. No, yeah. Isn't that crazy?
Okay.
But no, I've never met him. So it's just mama.
Oh,
yeah, it's just
fair
mama.
Enough. Yeah.
Yeah. So that's what's up. How about you? I know you've been listening to Jesse. We heard your call earlier. On the JLP show today and yesterday. What about you? What do you think about all that? And have you forgiven?
Oh yeah, I have. I don't remember really being exactly scared when I did it. I just kind of knew I had to do it.
Mm-hmm.
I was more I was more curious about how my mom would react, but not scared about it. I was like, oh, I wonder, is she gonna cry? Is she just gonna deny or be confused?
And so what happened?
I assume she'll likely be more confused though.
Okay.
But
wait, so you haven't done it yet?
I have. I'm just telling
so how'd it go?
It went good. It was fine. Yeah, my dad actually he told me thank you. He thanked me for that. Said he understood.
I hear that a lot. That fathers understand.
Yeah, he says that he can tell I'm trying to set my life right, and he can tell I'm trying to do something right, and he appreciates my effort. That's what he said.
Man.
He likes where I'm going with life.
Hey, right on.
And then with my mom, it was a little bit different. She was more like questioning me, what am I forgiving her for?
Same.
And even though I explained her, she was like, oh, I don't understand. I did what I could. I'm like, no, that's not the point.
I almost feel
And
like
she's
saying what
oh,
Jesse says always when someone says that. They know. Oh, they know.
Yeah, she does know. And then like the next day, my dad like confronts me. You know, he's like, "Oh, you're forgiving your mom too? What the heck?" You know, like he's trying to confront me about it. And I'm like, "Where did you get that from?" She told me all about it. She was so sad. And I'm like, "Oh, but it's the same thing I did to you." And he's like, "But that's mom. How could you do that to mom?"
That is pretty deep if you think about it.
What?
It's pretty deep if you think about it. I mean, what your dad described is what pretty much all men are going through. The mother rules the home.
Yeah.
Or at least rules them to some degree.
And the thing is, if he actually sees it as a damaging thing, why would he disregard that I did it to him and even thank me for that? But then when it comes to my mom, he acts like, oh, that's a bad thing. How could you do that?
That's a great point. You a French Canadian?
I kind of Excuse me?
Are you a French Canadian?
No.
Oh, okay. I thought I heard a little Québécois.
I don't even know what Québécois is. I barely know any French. I can only say je m'appelle les pipis cochon.
Right on. And je suis fatigué.
Yeah. I come from a background that is like Russian and Jewish.
Oh, really? So you're a Bolshevik? No, I'm joking.
yeah. I was also born in Israel,
cool.
right?
Oh, yes, right. So, Reuven. It's with a V. You were telling me it's a Hebrew name.
Yeah, I did tell you.
You know what I learned recently? And I don't know. Do you know any Yiddish?
Yiddish? No, I do not know. My grandfather knows.
Because that's not Russian. Yiddish is more related to German.
Yeah, it is. It is.
Right.
My grandfather, he knows how to speak it. Sometimes he'll tell me some words in Yiddish. And
I learned Yiddish is like a dirty version of German. Is that true?
I don't know. I don't talk to my grandpa. He lives in Israel. He's so far, and I don't like calling him.
Gotcha.
He's not that fun to call.
Are you Jewish or?
Part Jewish, part Russian.
That's cool, man. That's
like
cool.
Ethnically Jewish.
Right. I'm following you. I think I understand.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool, man. So are you so then you're in Canada, like as a you immigrated there.
Yeah, me and my parents have moved here.
That's cool.
And we just live here now.
It's crazy over there now, huh? I mean, it's becoming more like maybe somewhere where your parents came from.
I don't know. I wouldn't know. One thing for sure is I know Israel was crazier.
You're saying Israel was crazier, huh?
Yeah. Especially like I was only like 5 years old when I was last there, and then we moved here. But from the stories my brothers would tell me, like the students, if they don't like their teachers, like they wouldn't shoot up the school. They would like throw rocks at their teacher from a rooftop, and they won't get caught. And the teacher won't come back the next day.
Yeah, we still got some rules here. I don't think you could do that unless you're black. If you're black, you can beat up anybody.
Yeah, I guess.
No rules.
In Canada, though, well, at least where I lived in the places that we moved around, I haven't really seen many of black people.
Yeah.
So
there's not really
most people,
blacks in Canada the way they are in America. The blacks of Canada, if you want to have like a closer to a one-to-one description, would a comparison, I think would be more like the Somalis or the Ethiopians. You know what I'm
saying? Yeah. They're pretty nice, right? And then
For
I look
sure.
at videos of
They're also really
the ones
violent.
in America, and I'm like, I don't know those guys. I've never seen blacks like that. That's like, it looks also staged for me. Like, it's so extreme.
Interesting. Yeah, no, it's crazy sometimes, and it's not everywhere, but it's in the in the ghettos and the ghettos are basically in America what's the word, a hub of that black culture that's raising all these people, and we're seeing what we're seeing. So
Yeah, there's just so much crazy stuff going on in America. Like almost any story I hear, it sounds like times 10 of whatever I'm going through. Like, or you see
true. It's pretty.
so
I hear some pretty wild stuff going on over there, though.
Like what?
Just general kind of like you know, the whole vaccine and response to COVID and all that was pretty crazy. It was some of the most restrictive in the world, and and you know, people are a lot of Canadian citizens. Their businesses are never going to come back, and like I said, it was one of the worst in the world in terms of restrictions.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they toned it down now on some stuff. Like you don't have to wear a mask anywhere, which I'm very glad for. I still never really worn one. Like I would go around places and I wouldn't do that.
Yeah.
No one would tell me anything. Every time they would tell me something, I'd be like, yeah, okay. I start taking my mask out, they leave, I put it back in my pocket.
You see that video of that Canadian actress Jennifer Gibson talking about her Bell's palsy that she got, an injury she got from the yanks?
The thing where half of her face was like frozen. Yeah. I was watching the whole episode. And
you saw that? That's right. You were on hold. I remember. Crazy, huh? I mean, but yeah, you're reminding me of the comment she made, how she was like, it's what we got to do to see people. But here you are. You weren't wearing a mask this whole time, and you seem to be fine. You seem to be living your life normally.
Yeah, I'm fine. If anything, is the vaccinated ones getting sick.
Yeah.
And then they're going around and, I got the vaccine and booster, right? And tell me all about it. And they seem so happy. One of them...
it's a sacrament to the religion.
He regrets it.
True say, man. Listen, Reuven, appreciate your call, man. I'm going to move the wheels.
Yeah, no problem. See you.
Appreciate your call. Moving on, moving the wheels. Good stuff, man. Fun. I mean, yeah. Bell's palsy, as Jesse would say, says of Jenny. Yeah. What did I want to show you before taking a quick little breaky poo before we switch the vibe, get in our final approach into New York and get in on some more news stories and stuff here. What did I want to show you? I think I wanted to show you, for those that missed it, someone mentioned it in the chat, I think. Something about 𝒏𝒊𝒄𝒌𝒔𝒕𝒓𝒄𝒊𝒂𝒍𝒔 Thursday. And I just want to play for you the 𝒏𝒊𝒄𝒌𝒔𝒕𝒓𝒄𝒊𝒂𝒍𝒔 Thursday intro that I thought got us the strike on the JLP show. But I don't think it was. I want to just show you some choice content for those that missed it. You know what I mean? Just for fun. Just for funsies, in case you missed it because of the strike. And, Jesse was not on YouTube. You got to love 𝒏𝒊𝒄𝒌𝒔𝒕𝒓𝒄𝒊𝒂𝒍𝒔 Thursday. It's a lot of fun. Yes, Lord. Yeshua.
I'm sorry, Jim. This is igniting. Around this time, we will be dead.
As Christians, can you talk about how racism should be dealt with?
It's a disgrace.
A believer who goes into church without their Bible is like a warrior that goes into battle without a sword. Come on.
Whosoever therefore shall be ashamed of me.
What did you just say?
You can have an interpretation anytime you want to.
Oh, so you cannot interpret what you just said?
No.
You know what happened? Can you see his breathing? Hey! This man died since Friday. Hey! Elliot. Elliot. Jesus. Lift your hands. Lift your hands.
My good God. Man of is commanding life.
Rise up!
Angels are being released right now. Angels are being dispatched right now. Hamanda aka ata raka deda baka.
I think in Christian circles we have a very difficult time recognizing emotion. Self-control is my ability to enter into those tears, my ability to embrace that emotion.
You gotta love it. Bible Thumping Thursday is the best. Yeah, a little fun. I had a little content I made. I didn't want you guys to miss it, and it's so good that I wanted you to see it. Someone said something interesting in the chat, and you reminded me of this, and I want to show y'all if you haven't seen it. I'm black now, hanging out with Jesse. I say y'all. I say y'all all the time. I didn't used to say that. I was saying like y'all this, y'all that. Now I say y'all. Hanging out with black people. Check this out. I made this. It was like around this time when like UFOs were like confirmed real, and Tucker Carlson was doing a segment on it and everything. And so I made this like, it was like a Freaky Friday intro where we got into UFO talk. And I made like a fun like UFO Freaky Friday intro for that day. And I just like Frankensteined it together. But enjoy. I'll show you. I'll hopefully you enjoy this. But yeah, it was like we were trying to get into a into a UFO vibe that day.
You're about to enter another
That's my voice.
A dimension not only of sight and sound, but of mind. A journey into a wondrous land of imagination. You just crossed over
I forgot how much work I put into this.
into the JLP zone.
The JLP zone. Is this loud enough? I can't make it louder.
Crossed over into the JLP zone.
Back when Earl was alive.
1947.
R.I.P. Earl.
Out in the forgotten flatlands of Chavez County, an unidentified object crashed near a desert ranch. The time is now, on a morning very much like that day. Today's story on the JLP zone is somewhat unique and calls for a different kind of introduction. This, as you may recognize, is an extraterrestrial spaceship still in operation waiting for you. We invite you, if you dare, to step aboard, because in today's episode, you are the star, and this ship travels all the way to the JLP zone.
This is so silly.
Here we go again. Red alert! Red alert! Interceptors immediate launch!
Oh, look at this. Woo! Take that, YouTube. Hey, that's kind of topical. Take that, YouTube. Hey, Hey, I'm just enjoying some of my handiwork, okay? Are you gonna get mad at me? You're gonna hate me for that, okay? I'm just enjoying the video, all right? I mean, come on. Okay, so that's that. Let me take a little quick breaky poo here. 5:20? Have we been flying that long? That's amazing. And you guys have been here with me this whole time as well? That's crazy. That's wild. Are we in New York already? We're in New York. We're in New York. We can't be taking too much of a... No, we're not in New York. We don't want to be taking too big of a break. Oh no. More like... Oh no. More like we overshot LaGuardia by a couple, 100 nautical miles or something. All right, y'all. We got to do something here. Let's land maybe manually. This is ridiculous. This is ridiculous. Oh, no. All right, guys. Here's what we're going to do. I'm going to turn off our landing lights. It's way too bright. We're going to do a nice little bank. Nice, heavy little 30-degree bank here. We're going to get back on course to land in LaGuardia. Because we totally missed it. Totally missed it. Affirmative action pilots, I'm telling y'all. Oh my God, everybody relax. Come on, don't be talking about me like that. Don't be put some respect on my name. This is ridiculous. Let's do a highway landing, says Noah's Arkansas. Hit the thumbs up, ring the bell. Thank you, Noah. Just use the Hurricane Ian to sling momentum into the next airport. That's how that works. All right, so let's make this turn here back into New York. We're going to land the plane, take a little breaky poo, and then make our way over to Italy. Yep, we're going to go say hi to Giorgia Meloni. What's going on here? Here's what we're going to do. Crash. I didn't do the math part, silly little sausage, because I'm doing manual since I completely missed it. I completely missed the part where I was supposed to do the math and let the computer bring us in nice and easy. No, none of that. Instead, we're doing a crazy maneuver. Based pilot, thank you. Somebody agrees. This is ridiculous. But we're not that far, y'all, so bear with me. Got our bearings right. We're the correct heading. Made a big U-ey, made a big airborne U-ey. Oh, man. I really wish I didn't miss this because we're kind of adding a whole bunch of nothingness to the show. I'm kind of like, now I'm just like wasting time trying to fly her in. So, my apologies for this interlude. We could be doing more show right now, but I got to do this, We're flying, and we can't always plan everything. We can't always be ready for all things, but we're doing our best. Okay, LaGuardia should be straight ahead. Turn off auto throttle so we have full control of that. Whew. Like I said, bear with me as we go on down. Why are you telling me landing gear? I don't need landing gear. Relax. I don't need landing gear. Turn on our speed brakes here so we don't speed up too much while we're descending very quickly. Moon Cricket Stinks with the first class super chat saying you need a co-pilot named Something Wang. Very funny, Moon Cricket. Very funny. And another one from Moon Cricket Stinks saying make an episode where Earl and Mel get resurrected. Hey, that'd be cool. Lord Spike Protein with a first class super chat, and I think that means you can come on down to first class. Says, Nick, let's not give the trolls too much leeway. I don't think Reuven was a troll. I don't think he was a troll. What's up, Sabe Moist Towelette? Right on, David C. And all people in the chat, very cool. Okay. I think there's another runway a little closer. Ignores onboard messaging. What's my onboard messaging? This thing here? Are you talking about this yellow message saying inert SCP on? I don't know what that is. Lord. Okay, making our way in. Sorry, bear with me. Jeez, I'm trying to get into my show here. What are we going to do? What's up, Boomer Bo? Or Beamer Bo? Okay, here's what we'll do. We're going to take a little breaky poo. We're going to find ourselves in New York safe and sound. Don't you worry about that. So just vibe out while we get her going. All right? What we smuggling? We're not smuggling anything, David. We're not flying out of Cuba this time. So everybody chill. All right, so that's what we're going to do. All right, y'all. Hold on.
answer the radio. Come on, I got one for you.
Dear Lord, here I am again, asking one more chance for a sinner. Please, Lord, bring back, I be banging, Lord. You have the power, Jesus. You have the might. You have the super light to spare this worthless man.
What do you mean he's dead?
He's dead unless you folks want to stop bullshitting me until it's straight. Then the good Lord willing will try and bring him back. You feeling better, Frank?
Feel worse.
Oh, that's good, boy. This hair is for you.
Plaza Post Office, box 1740. Paid in full.
A quarter goes into a phone booth, and 65 grand comes out. Could you ask for better odds at Vegas?
Thank you.
Leave your life. Leave your life. What more can your love do for me? Leave your life. Leave your life. What more can your love do for me? When will love be? Leave your life. Leave your life.
Some dog had to him up.
Next week. I never liked you, Jack. You're filth. Not even when I screwed you. Poor, stupid fuck. It made me sick.
You were crazy.
Never.
You said you did.
I lied. You never got to me, not for a minute. You're a dry fuck, Jack. That's what you are. You miss me, sweetheart.
Leave your life. Leave your life. What more can your love do for me? Leave your life. 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 Leave your life.
What's up, everybody? I'm trying to get this thing situated here. It doesn't seem to want to work with me. Every time I load up the flight, it dies. Okay, I think this one's good. Oh, I think we're live. Jeez, so difficult. Turn on all the lights again. Bear with me. I'm like dying here. Auto throttle on. Why is this on? What the heck is going on? Hold up. This is so dumb. Okay, there you go. And speed up. Why is there a cabin difference? Why is there a cabin pressure difference? Is there a hole in the plane? Is there a hole in the plane? You guys open up a hole in the plane in the fuselage? What's going on with y'all? It says cabin difference pressure. What have you done? Stop all the horsing around back there, Sion. Put him in jail if you gotta. Okay. And we're back. And we're back. So, as you may have noticed, we are actually not near Africa. Why are we in Africa? Why are we flying towards Africa? This is so annoying. Are y'all seeing this right now? Are you seeing the map right now? It says that Italy is in somewhere in Africa. We got issues here. And apparently we got what we like go away. Okay. So we're on our way to Italy. As you can see, we've somehow miraculously teleported across, almost across the Atlantic here. I mean the Pacific. And I mean the Atlantic. So that's what's up. We're on our way to Italy. So I'm going to say hi to Giorgia Meloni. If I could get this to work. If I could get this to work. Holy. Anyways, how's everybody doing? We're back. LOL, Moon Cricket. Did you get that name from JLP show this week? That's funny. Yeah, we did do that on the show. And what else did we do? Okay. Ivanek wants to be dropped off in Africa, apparently. So anybody seen the Dahmer series? The Dahmer series on Netflix? Anybody seen that? Anybody know what I'm talking about? Sicilians, we got Sicilians in the chat. What a mess. Are we flying into Europe? Yes, we are. We are flying to Italy. There. The map is correct now. There it is. We will be saying hi to the Italians. Okay. So where are you at? Nick only knows the Gulf of Mexico. Dahmer series was dope, says Ruben. Yeah. Okay. Netflix. So Netflix released this little 8 episode, 10 episode dramatization of the Jeffrey Dahmer story, of the murders of the serial killers, Jeffrey Dahmer, and his story and the killings and all that. And it got a lot of attention. It's getting a lot of attention. Like I said, it's getting a lot of attention, and it's got people talking, right? It's got a lot of young people learning the details of the Jeffrey Dahmer story for the first time, including myself. And so serial killers, mental health, and a bunch of stuff is in the news and is being talked about due to this series here. And you may have seen some of it. Now Dahmer, Jeffrey Dahmer, American serial killer. And now they're focusing on the Dahmer story for a couple reasons. And one of them is because his victims were gay and black, and many of them were, I believe even the majority were gay and black. And what's up, Repro Beta Mindset? Welcome. And so Dahmer, they say he targeted them, and the police, there was people around Dahmer who were calling the police, and nothing was basically done because it involved gays and blacks. And the police were racist and homophobic back then, as they are now still. You know what I'm saying? That's the vibe you get. That's the vibe that they're kind of focusing in on with the Dahmer stuff. So it's kind of interesting. It's been on, and I didn't know the details either until I saw the series. And, you know, I saw some of it. And throughout the series, you know, you're kind of like, you can like fact check, right? See if those were actual quotes, if da-da-da. And it's supposed to be pretty true to life in terms of quotes and you know, other things. But it is a dramatization of the of the story, and it's really disturbing and gruesome at points. So, yeah, it's quite visceral and kind of gruesome at points. So, watch at your own you know, peril or whatever, if that's the right word. And so yeah, Dahmer stuff is in the news, but for all the wrong reasons, you know. And they're going to obviously focus on all the wrong things. And I already see people drawing these conclusions and parallels, and they're just so wrong. They're just straight up wrong. So I want to do this segment here is not well put together because you know, I have stuff to say, but I guess I didn't really have the time to put it together. But if you'll follow me here in this loosey-goosey segment, I want to talk about the serial killers and all that, and what's been happening. They definitely politicized it, but I enjoyed it. Yeah, Ruben, I'd say it was good. It was good. It was entertaining. It was good. Lord, help you if you angry and a black gay Jew, says Ruben. So, wait, do I have a first class super chat here? Anyways. So Jeffrey Dahmer, known as the Milwaukee Cannibal, the Milwaukee Monster, American serial killer, sex offender who committed murder, dismembered 17 men and boys between 1978 and 91. Many of his later murders included necrophilia, cannibalism, and the permanent preservation of body parts. You know, either the parts or the skeleton. Milwaukee boy, so you know you had that accent. He talked like body parts. Oh, I cut up the skeleton and I put it up in my car and I, you know, cut up the parts and I stuffed them in my car. So that's what Dahmer spoke like. One of the guys that got away, Edwards, I think was his last name, in jail for murder along with another guy. Are you talking about the person that was killed, Teresa? You know, Dahmer was killed in prison. Is that what you mean? Is that what you mean? Anyways, so let's get into some Dahmer stuff here. Yes, he worshipped Satan and made an altar. That's true. That's true. It's true. His own admittance, and the grandma said as well. But you know, the series pretty much starts off with how he gets caught, and how he gets caught is his last victim, or what was gonna be.
Sons are suffering. They've got these really overexposed short positions.
You know what was gonna be his final, one of his latest victims. What happens is that you know, he gets free. That last one gets free and escapes basically, and makes it out to a police officer, and was able to basically convince that, yeah, there is something weird going on in this Dahmer's apartment. Right. He was just at the apartment alleging this guy just tried to kill me. The cops are like, oh, it's just some gay stuff. We don't want to get involved. And so Dahmer tries to drug him and everything, but he gets out and he gets to one of the officers. And anyways, officers pretty much show up. And they find pictures, at least in the show. Oh. And they catch him. They basically catch him. They find the paraphernalia regarding the evidence that he's killed people basically. Pretty wild. Wait, you can't see what I'm seeing here? How come you can't see this? It's a black screen for the stream, but it's not for me. Is this some YouTube shenanigans? I mean, some streaming shenanigans? Is it like copyright stuff? I don't want to get in trouble. But it's not a black screen for me. Look, you can see. That's not a black screen for me. I can see the show. But for you guys, it's a black screen. It's so weird. Maybe it's some copyright stuff, so let's not mess with it. So you guys are following me so far. So that's what's going on. It's in the news and all that. It's like Satan be using the mugs. That's true, Lendy. That's a good point. Lendy's reporting on how they got mad because Dahmer was in the LGBT category on Netflix. So Netflix gave the show a tag of LGBT. But the LGBTs got mad that it got that tag. They didn't like that. They were associating the Dahmer show with the LGBT. Netflix removes LGBTQ tag from Dahmer series after backlash from viewers. Netflix quietly removed the tag after the backlash following the release of the Jeffrey Dahmer story. The true crime show about a convicted serial killer, Jeffrey Dahmer, played by Evan Peters. On September 21st, viewers slammed the decision to categorize it under the tag, calling it gross and wrong. I mean, the man was having sex with gay men, trying to get in with the gay men, trying to kill gay men. I mean, he went to the gay bars. Like, what? It's LGBT. One TikTok user lamented that while it's technically true, given that Dahmer was gay, this is not the representation we're looking for. Let me just say this about the gay thing. Because think about it. Dahmer wasn't gay. They're all like, oh, LGBT because Dahmer was gay. And he was part of the LGBT community. Dahmer, the LGBT killer. No. Dahmer wasn't gay. Nobody's gay. Dahmer was perverted. Dahmer was lost in his mind. Dahmer was following the evil road in his head that led him to the perversions and the crazy things that he got into. The things that he got into, anybody can get into. No one of you guys are better. Nobody in my chat, nobody out there in the world is better than Dahmer, all right? And so he's not gay. He's not the tag. This TikTok user lamenting that it's technically true, given that Dahmer was gay. Dahmer was not gay. He was perverted. He was led down, like I just said, right? No one is gay. That's just a thing you do. You're not gay. That's just a perversion you got into. It's like biting your nails or doing heroin, right? Pretty much the same thing, right? So that's not on that. The series chronicles Dahmer's murderous spree, So, so that's what's going on. The LGBT didn't like that. They did not like that. And so I was watching it, and there's some choice moments and interesting things I thought. Let's see if I can recall them and let's see if I can recall them. What else? What was there? Because like I said, it's a loosey-goosey segment. I'll just get to my take first, in fact, and then maybe we can react to some Dahmer content. I noticed that I guess I can't really get to the it's not going to hit right if I don't show you this first. Because I was struck by how many of the victim impact statements and the people that came out after when he was caught and they brought him to court, people were so hurt. Like, for example, this Glenda, what was her name? Glenda Cleveland. And I'll show you Glenda Cleveland here. She was portrayed by some actress on the show. Here she is, side by side, real one, and the actress. And this character in the show, she's portraying a real person, was the neighbor of Jeffrey Dahmer. And this person in the show, if the character is true to life in any way, was so hurt. She was crying in court and crying to the police and to the media saying, oh my God, it was just so hard when none of her relatives died. No one she knew died. And I'm saying this to point out how there's a lot of people, tertiary people in the Dahmer story who came out in the court, in the victim impact statements, in the media. He came out the woodwork to talk about how hurt they were and how much Dahmer impacted them. And it's just so fake. It's such a fake anger that the world has. And it's such a fake take on everything that Dahmer was about and that went down. They say he hated gays and blacks, and that's why, and that he was trying to suppress his homosexuality, and because at the time it was not cool to be homosexual, that his suppression of it led him to do what he did. And they just totally miss it, man. Look at this. They totally miss it. Look at these. These are victim impact statement, right? What do you mean victims? The victims are dead. The victims are dead. What victims? I'm seeing busybody, emotional people whose relatives were killed. Okay, fine. But busybody, emotional people who look at this Dahmer person with anger and they're willing. I'll tell you what I want to say in a moment here. Just watch, because you guys got to see this first.
And for that, I can never forgive you.
Listen.
A song which will be to say, you took my 17-year-old son away from me. I'll never get a chance to tell him that I loved him. I'd have a chance to tell him that I loved him the last time I saw him, which will be a year tomorrow. You took my daughter's only brother away from her. She'll never have a chance to sing and dance with him again.
Taking on other people's pain, says of Jenny Crosby. My point here is, it's like, she's like, I will never forgive you, right? And Dahmer, when they caught him, he was straight up. He was like, yeah, I don't know why I did what I did, but I did it, and I think it's because it became so easy, and I was desensitized. He has his own theories as to why, but he never knew why. And Jeffrey Dahmer's father also had theories, which is another fascinating thing I want to get into, his father and all that. But Dahmer came clean. He's like, yeah, I did it. I don't know why. And he later on, in fact, became born again Christian. So that's interesting. So think about, look, I hope you're following me here. Let me describe more, because it's loosey-goosey. I haven't really put it together, but he became a born again Christian, and these people go on the stand and say, I'll never forgive you. Who's the better person? Now, I'm not saying how true is it that he really be born again. Fine. But who's the better person? When I see these people out here saying, I will never forgive you for what you did to me. No, Dahmer already killed the victims. They're already dead. But what you're doing to Dahmer, what these people did to Dahmer, and what the public did, what Dahmer was to the public is he was a scapegoat. He was a scapegoat. A way for the world, for the public to put their own BS, their own anger into them, and put it on Dahmer. He was a false Christ to die for the sins of the world. And I'm being a little extra with my language, okay? But it's not a pro Dahmer side, okay? It's just the people are so evil, thinking that's much better than the serial killer, but you're not. They're here scapegoating him, their own anger. I saw some of these impact statements, some people saying, I'll never forgive him, and saying how angry that Dahmer made them. No, Dahmer didn't make you angry. He brought out what the evil you already had inside. And so that's what he was. He became a scapegoat for the public to put their own issues on him. Yes, of course he should be tried, maybe even put to death for what he did, the death penalty. But it should be for what he did. What's the evil in people's hearts is a separate case, and they're responsible for that. So that's what I saw while watching this. I saw people using him as a false sacrifice to, at least I'm not Dahmer. At least I'm not crazy like Dahmer. But you are as crazy as Dahmer. All angry people are as crazy and are Dahmers. There's a bunch of Dahmers out there, all angry. Every person who was saying, wow, Dahmer is so evil and he makes me so angry and he whatever, and said all that with anger, they're the Dahmer. They're the Jeffrey Dahmer. Y'all follow me? Bro, you can't just kill people and then claim to become a Christian to get out of it. Why not? Now, I'm not saying, just claim and say it. But let's say your heart truly changed. Why not? Why can't you murder and serial kill your whole life, but then you repent? Don't you believe in God? Who said that? Hate speech? Hate speech. Are you a Christian? Do you believe in God? I'm talking about truly repenting, right? I'm not just saying it. But why can't you... why can't you just kill a whole bunch of people and then become a Christian and get out of it, and get out of your own sin and get out of your own hate? Why not? So are you following me so far? kind of rambling here, but that's what I saw, and it's quite interesting to hear Dahmer kind of talk about it and be like not understanding why he did the things he did, because he can't quite explain it. Even though in his interviews, and we'll watch a little bit of it, he keeps going back and forth, kind of unsure. I did it, yet it wasn't me, yet it was him. Could you imagine if he got a chance to speak to Jesse and someone told Dahmer, dude, the thoughts telling you to do stuff, all the things you're going through, all the things you went through as a kid when your parents were divorcing, and all the crazy things your head was telling you when you were 15 and you started getting your fantasies about killing people and about the guts of animals and stuff. All those things you were getting that were not real, that you were being bombarded by Satan. Could you imagine that? Could you imagine if someone told him? Sure, Noah's Ark, Kansas, you can repent and still be put to death. Absolutely, I agree. God will sort the rest out. I'm just, my point still stands to hate speech. Yes, you can. Of course you can't just kill people and then be forgiven. God exists, but of course it has to be real. But yeah, but good point, Noah's Ark. Yeah, you can repent and be put to death. My point here is I'm talking about the inner part here, okay? The outer part's been dealt with, okay? If it wasn't the death penalty, then, you know, Dahmer was killed by somebody, okay? He lived by the sword in a sense and died by it. So, I mean, so that's been dealt with, all right? I'm getting to the part that nobody wants to say, just how evil people are. And really what Dahmer was, and these serial killers at the time, Gacy, all these people started coming out. 70s was kind of big for that. And all these stories came out. It was a revealing moment on the evil of the public, really. They're all like Dahmer and Gacy, look at these evil people, but it's like all the evil people watching the Dahmer story and the Gacy story, unfold. They were all the people, all the people watching the story unfold. They're like the culprits in a sense. Are you following me? They're part of the same society that created these people, and so they're not innocent. They're not these innocent participants that get to just say, oh, they're so evil. At least I'm not that. At least I'm not that crazy. But in reality, you are just as crazy and liable to do the same, if not worse. He died by the sword. That's a bad pun. I'm kind of just rambling and kind of trying to say something, but I'm trying to get my point across, but I'm not as good at speaking. So yeah, insane, evil things that Dahmer did, but can't you understand it? Can't you understand the insane, evil things you do and how you're led to it by the mind, by way of the mind? Can't you see that Dahmer and others dealing with the same thing? And I love the point Jesse makes about emotion. They love to say that psychopaths, sociopaths, serial killers, they're these emotionless people. They feel nothing. Dahmer was an angry person. He regularly blew up. He regularly, lost his temper. Sociopaths and killers and all that, these serial killer types, they're the most emotional. They're completely emotionally out of control. And that's how the public is today. That's how the American public is today. They're emotionally out of control. Okay. Y'all following me so far? Am I making any sense? Hold on. I saw a couple calls there. My apologies. My apologies for the calls that I kept missing there. It's unmuted if you want to call me. Are y'all following me? Anyways. So the story is fascinating, really, and it is a true story of the thoughts and the mind and evil, and the same evil that we're all dealing with, and that's just what's up. There was one impact statement, and it bolstered what I'm saying. It was one of the victims, so-called victims, saying, "I wanted him to suffer like his victims did." Is that not an interesting statement, or is that just me? Is that not an interesting statement to anybody, or is that just me? Dahmer would call himself a normal individual. I'm just a normal individual. He didn't feel like he was crazy or anything. Let me see. What else here? What else can I say about this? What else can I say? I mean, let's watch some Dahmer content maybe? And react, maybe? What do y'all say? Am I flying to Italy? Come on. So annoying. Fly me to Italy. Because the flight plan's wrong. Here, so you can see what I'm doing. Trying to fly us to Italy here. But it's not doing it. Computer. Come on, let's go to Italy. Why are you making this difficult?
Autopilot.
Direct to. Activate direct to. There you go. Activate direct to Italy. Are we turning? Come on. We'll just have to do it manually. Bear with me. Do a heading change. And we're turning. So what are y'all saying in the chat? What do you guys think about what I'm saying? What's even more amazing is even more amazing is that God says all sin is sin. True. Noah's Ark, Kansas with that first class super chat. I don't know if you've bought a first class seat yet, but come on down. Craig says, drilling holes in other men's heads to create a sex zombie is where I draw the line. Yeah, I tend to draw the line there too, I'd say. Yeah, I think that's a good place to draw the line. Interesting. I just got a little texty here. They are as evil as him. Good point, Willie Powell. Child molesters should have a millstone tied around their neck and cast into the sea, but God decides what's true and repentance means. Noah's Ark, Kansas says. Yeah, I agree with the law of the land, man. We're talking castration. I don't know what we got to do. We need a law of the land kind of, broken windows policing kind of sets the tone, all right? And it stops a lot of stuff in its tracks. Got a text from the great Hake himself. Shout out Hake, man. I hope you're doing better, man. I wish you well. We all are. We love Hake and we want him back. We are missing Hake. That is for sure. 07's in the chat for the Hake Meister. Gotta love the man. He sent me something here. Ooh. He sent me some choice content. I think you guys remember this. If any Hake Report fans in the chat, you guys remember, what's it called? And the Hideous Thieves? What's the full name of this band? What's the full name of this band? It's Suffering and the Hideous Thieves. You guys remember when Hake played Suffering and the Hideous Thieves? Well, he sent me this link here to a song off of this. It's by Suffering and the Hideous Thieves. And he said, he sent me the link to this video with the caption, "My Intro to Dahmer." I wonder what that means. Is this muted? Ooh, what do we got, Hake? Let's let this play. Let's let this play. I like it. Yeah, I'll let you guys cruise to some vibes. I'm liking it. Let's let it play and see if we get any lyrics. This is the right emotion and the right vibe that I'm looking for. Thanks, James. Maybe he'll talk about the lyrics on the Hake Report one day. It's so dark and intriguing. I agree, Willie Powell. Nice backdrop for what I'm talking about here. So let's continue. So, is this song making you feel? Are you feeling? Good choice, Hake. Killing it with the music. So, I also ended up like seeing a bunch of stuff about John Wayne Gacy and and Ted Bundy, and just kind of caught up on the whole stories and all that. Stories I didn't know about at all. And it's kind of in this news, right? And the people are the young people are getting their first taste of all these details. It's quite fascinating. I mean, I really got to say a common theme is how their lack of control over emotions, really. They would commonly blow up, and looks like to be typical of these serial killer types. So that should tell you something, huh? It's not these emotionless people who are the sociopaths. All right, anything else to say on this? I think I made my point. Did I want to react to some Dahmer? Yeah, I do. There's some like interesting interviews. I gotta listen to that. Jeez, Hake.
I don't know. I went to great lengths. He is pure evil, but you'd never know it by looking at him. But when you hear him, that's another story. His killing field was Milwaukee, and he got away with murder for more than a decade. But how could any of this happen? For the first time ever, Nancy Glass is here inside the world of Jeffrey Dahmer.
Bill, when I sat down opposite Jeffrey Dahmer for this interview, I wondered what he would tell me, how hard it would be to get him to discuss his horrific crimes. What I found was that he was very forthcoming. He volunteered details that may be difficult to hear. I began by asking what he wanted from the men he picked up.
I had these obsessive desires and thoughts wanting to control them, to... I don't know how to put
my JLP sense is tingling.
Possess them permanently.
And that's why you killed them.
Right. Not because I was angry with them, not because I hated them, but because I wanted to keep them with me. And as my obsession grew, I was saving body parts such as skulls and skeletons.
Jeffrey Dahmer is...
I gotta say that Evan Peters, I think his name is, he really did a good job portraying Jeffrey Dahmer.
Recalling his monstrous past. Almost 2 years ago, in this little apartment in Milwaukee, police discovered the grisly remnants of one of the most horrible crime sprees in American history. Jeffrey Dahmer, an unassuming chocolate factory worker, would eventually confess that he had seduced, murdered, and dismembered 17 young men. He even ate some of his victims' body parts. He instantly became the center of worldwide media attention, a serial killer unmasked. There were protests and press conferences in Milwaukee as
All right, show me the interview. We know that.
maximum security
Depersonalize another person and view them as just an object for pleasure instead of a living, breathing human being. It seems to make it easier to do things you shouldn't do.
The reason why Jeffrey Dahmer was able to get away with his crimes was because of just what you are seeing here. Jeffrey Dahmer is intelligent and articulate. That is what makes him so frightening.
And because the cops hated blacks and gays, and we don't want to deal with no gay crime. That's accusation law did the whole thing, especially with this being back in the news.
But if you listen carefully to his words throughout this interview, you realize it is a thin disguise.
You do sound, though, like the kind of person who could have said to himself, "This is wrong. I must stop."
I always knew that it was wrong, but after the first killing was not planned. I was coming back from the shopping mall back in '78. I had fantasies about picking up a hitchhiker and taking him back to the house and having complete...
That's where it starts, fantasies. Listen, let me give you all a warning. Okay? Whatever you dream of will come true. And that is a warning. Whatever you obsess and fantasize about will become reality. I've noticed in life. Something I've noticed, okay? I remember back when I was a little wilder, for example, and I was out in a new city. I thought to myself, back when, pot wasn't even legal in Canada, I'd fantasize about getting pot. I didn't know anybody. I mean, how are you going to get it? And through the abundance of my mind, it became real. And you find a plug. This is maybe a dumb example, but the things that you obsess and dream about will become real. So be careful. Be careful. And that's one thing Dahmer said about his life. And I don't mean dreams like when you sleep. I'm talking about just in your waking thoughts. And sometimes you kind of obsess about stuff. Not me, maybe you. I'm playing. But Dahmer said that. He said, I think even in this interview, I was trying to find it, but he says, I could never believe in a million years, I'm paraphrasing now, I would never believe in 100 years, a million years that what I was fantasizing about in my head would become real. Watch. The things you're fantasizing about and obsessing about, you're going to find yourself doing. So watch that. Careful. I obsessed over chicken tendies and now I am consumed, says Noah's Arkansas. Conversely, maybe that also means that anything you dream, you can achieve, right? Just be careful. Just be careful. Be careful with all of that. Anything else? Do I got anything else on this? That's enough. Dahmer, enough of that. That's enough. I mean, what else? Am I going to harp on this forever? We've been streaming 2 hours already? Okay, that's enough on the Dahmer stuff. I got something else here to say. More stuff. More stuff. Let's get some vibes. Okay. I fantasize about 1 million. Right on. Bring all thoughts into captivity. Deep. All right, hold on. Let me set this up.
Bitch, where you and I was walking. Now I run again, got the whole world talking. King Kunta, everybody wanna cut the legs off him. Kunta, black man taking no loss. Bitch, where you and I was walking. Now I run again, got the whole world talking. King Kunta, everybody wanna cut the legs off him. When you got the yams, the yam is the power
That beat.
You can smell it when I'm walking down the street.
Oh, yes, you can. Oh, yes, you can.
I can dig rapping. But a rapper with a ghost rider. What the fuck happened? I swore I wouldn't tell. Almost to y'all share bars like you got the bottom bunk in it.
Bring my sale. Okay, on our way to Italy.
Something's in the water. And if I got a
I think
brown nose for some growth, then I'd rather be a boss than you and I was walking.
By the time you hear the next pop, the funk shall be within you.
Okay. Hold up for me. Okay. And I'm back. Sorry about that. Checking computers and stuff here, making sure everything's good. What else do we do? What else can we got? Okay. Let me get into this next topic here. What should I get into here? Oh, you know what? Let's just do some variety stuff. That's good. We're going to do some variety stuff here. Okay. Check this out. Okay. Viral video here. It's a someone going out, man on the street, and talking to. Well, hold on. So it looks like, I think it's Iranian women. Turkish? No, it's Turkish. So this man is going around, man on the street, and he's asking Turkish men and Turkish women, would you die for your husband? You know, your partner, it says here in the title. And it's in a different language, but read the subtitles. I'll say it out loud here. Hold on. What a mess. If the Grim Reaper comes and says, should I take your life or your lover? Who would you choose? And then the women answer, my lover. My lover. Take my husband's life. My husband's life. Of course him. Why should I die? I'll even give him money. I will say my husband's life. My husband. Why? Why take my life? If someone is going to die, let him die. And now we got the men. Listen to the men. The Nerdy Saying says this clip is so messed up but also believable. Yes, because higher minded ideals like love, like love with no conditions. You know what I mean? Higher minded ideals. These are the things of men, okay? And as Noah's Arkansas very aptly put, these hoes ain't loyal. So that's what's up. This is the role of the man. It's the truth. Interesting.
Uzaylı gelse dese ki senin mi canını alayım sevgilinin mi? Kimi tercih eder?
Sevgilimin. Sevgilimi.
Sevgilimi. Sevgilimi?
Allah eşiminkini alsın.
Allah eşimi.
Eşiminkini.
Ama onu. Niye ben gideyim? Para da veririm. Eşimin dedim.
Eşimi. Neden?
Niye benim canım alsın canım? Ölecekse ölsün.
Kendimi. Benim canımı alsın.
Take my life, says the husband. Take my life. My wife continues to live.
Benimkini olsun.
Take my life, says another.
Kendimi.
Let's go. Base European husbands dying for their wives that would in a heartbeat have you killed instead of them. Woo! It ain't easy. It ain't easy, but who cares, right? You don't need your ladies to be that way, right, men? We don't need them to do that. They're just talking anyways. They're just saying things. Right, men? We don't need them to be all whatever. What are y'all saying here? Ivana says, I'd go. I'm ready to get up out of this mess. Dang. Men are natural protectors, or going down with the ship and giving up your spot to a random woman, even if you're an accomplished doctor or scientist. Interesting, Craig. Which is why men are typically the head of the household, not out of force, but out of love. Right on, nerdy saying. Funny stuff. We got more variety viewer stuff. Hold on. What else do I got here? Oh, I actually got so much stuff. Okay, what do we do here? What do we do now? Some variety or some ish? I got you. Look at this. You guys seen this? What's wrong with the ladies? The ladies got issues. The ladies got issues. Any UFC people in the chat, like anybody who follows UFC, enjoys it, likes it. I'm kind of following it, and I've been enjoying it lately. I'm kind of getting more and more into fighting. UFC, bare knuckle boxing, I've been watching. Holy crap. But help me understand something, because there's maybe something I don't quite get. Maybe that's my lack of experience, and maybe I don't understand. Maybe this is normal. But it seems to be that between the men and the women, only the women are coming out of the UFC, for the women, out of the UFC fights looking like this. Is it just me, or is it only the ladies who get, they look brutal? You see this? Who's this? John Merrick? Who is this? Who is this fighter? This lady. This lady. Hematoma. Who are we talking about here? Well, how come, and maybe I'm wrong about this, but it seems like only the ladies get all mangled like this. Do you guys remember not even that long ago? This one. Oh, I'm getting a call.
Call from.
Hey, caller. Just hold on one moment. Oh, so yeah, you guys remember this? You guys see this? Look at her face. Look at her face after the fight. How come it's only? Am I wrong about this? Any UFC people know if I'm wrong about this? Because it seems like only the ladies. Look at this one too. This is another one. I don't know who these fighters are, but look on the top. That's her, and then here at the bottom, that's her all mangled after her great fight. Oh, you're such a winner. Like if she won anything, is this a win, y'all? Are we really winning here? I don't know. Is this really a win? People in the chat saying that she snorted a drumstick. That's why her face looks like that. Anyways, that's what I got to say about that. Something wrong with the ladies. Caller, you're on the air. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Hello.
Hey, thanks for calling, man. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
I'm Chad, calling from Jupiter, Florida.
What's up, Chad? Welcome. Thanks for calling.
I'm wondering, am I watching Goonies now?
Yeah. You're watching Goonies.
what the
You're
hell?
watching what's that? What's this guy I got on the screen? This is from something like
Sloth.
Harry Potter or what?
Sloth. He looks like Sloth from Goonies.
Yeah. Definitely,
Or
definitely
these
Sloth
women
from
with
Goonies.
Knots on their heads.
Definitely Sloth from Goonies. That's funny,
Yeah,
man. Yeah.
I think that's his name.
No, you're right about that.
But it's a great idea. The whole plane thing. Great idea.
Oh, you're talking about the format of the show?
Yeah, exactly.
What do
How
you
did
think?
come up with that?
I don't know, man. It's just.
Was that your idea?
It was. Look, so what it is that years ago, back in probably high school, I don't know, I found flight simulators and the whole VATSIM network, which is where I don't know if you saw me talking to ATC earlier, but these are just enthusiasts who are around the world, pretending to be air traffic, and you got to do it all legit. They require you to do it all legit. So I got into it like autistically back in high school, like early high school, and you got to like learn how to fly the plane and say everything correctly. It was like a bit of a time sink, so I don't suggest anybody get into it. Just learn how to fly a real plane. Just go be a real pilot. But anyways,
Have you ever flown a real one?
Never. But I'm doing nickstream. I do eventually. So I'm running nickstream, and I think let me show everybody what I used to do, and then it kind of became the show.
Yeah, it's funny how things like that just work out, doesn't it?
It is funny. It just kind of
Because I was like, what is this guy gonna do? I mean, come on, he's got, and then that happened, and then the plane crashed,
Right.
He makes a big deal of it on TV. It was perfect.
It was good stuff, man. It just
was.
worked out. I think it's unique and it's fun.
Definitely, no doubt, and it looks hard, like you said.
It's definitely a whole process trying to run it all, but I kind of like it. I like the mess.
So the reason you guys weren't on YouTube the past couple of days because of that your opening?
No, I thought it was, man. I thought it was the new 𝒏𝒊𝒄𝒌𝒔𝒕𝒓𝒄𝒊𝒂𝒍𝒔. But it wasn't. In fact, what YouTube did is they went to an old video about a year ago, 2021. And I believe in the video, 𝒔𝒐𝒄𝒊𝒂𝒍𝒔 get talked about, if you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
And that was misinformation according to YouTube, and they gave us a strike, and that's what's up.
So they had to go searching for years through that. That is
Unbelievable. And they striked us right as the show was starting. So I don't know if it was like,
oh, really?
You know what I mean? It was a little suspicious.
How long did the strike last?
We're going to see it. I can't seem to find the info. Usually YouTube has this section that shows you. It hasn't populated yet to tell me what my penalties are, but I cannot stream nor post.
Now?
Not just now.
Wow.
I'm talking about the JLP channel. My bad.
Okay.
Yeah. And so it won't populate and tell me exactly what up.
I was lucky enough to see him on Rumble.
Yes, we're on Rumble.
But there was still a day missing from there.
Yeah. So let me think. Now, which one are you talking about? Because
no, I'm talking about JLP. Today's Friday.
Because I see Friday, Thursday, Wednesday, Tuesday, and Monday on Rumble. One thing you got to watch for is on Rumble.
Same reason?
What'd you say?
Same reason?
No. We're still on Rumble, but the reason you couldn't find the show,
all the episodes?
All of them are. The reason you might have not been able to find it is because Rumble needs some time to catch up, and it basically pulls the videos from YouTube and re-uploads them for me. So you got to give it a chance to work.
That's got nothing to do with JLP.
Exactly.
Oh, okay, good. That's good.
Yeah. Right on, man. Well, thanks
thanks
for not forgetting about us and still trying to find Jesse's show and all that.
Oh, dude, I was about, if another day went by, I was about to lose it and come to Cali myself.
Mm-hmm.
No, I ain't even messing around. I saw the guitar in the background. I'm in Florida. If you guys come up here, man, I'm a musician. We got to get together.
Well, jam, man. It'd be a pleasure. I'd love to be in Florida.
You got to get a hand pan. You ever heard of pan?
A what? What'd you call it?
It's called a hand pan. It's like a reverse
hand
the
pan.
Caribbean one, but it looks like a UFO.
Hand pan. Oh, you're playing one right now.
Yeah.
It's like the happy drums.
It's the best.
It's like a happy. Oh man, I'm showing an image of it now. Those are expensive, aren't they?
Well, in Germany, the guy was like, "This is the only metal I can get." So I paid like 2,500 pounds. Or
Yeah, those are
maybe,
like
close to 2,000 pounds.
Yeah, those are expensive, I thought. And you've confirmed
Yeah,
that.
but they're worth it.
They're definitely a very interesting instrument. Like an inside out steel drum. They sound fantastic.
Totally.
They sound
Never seen one
great.
before. I saw a YouTuber with one. That
I
was
remember
like
this
a
years ago.
truther. Yeah. And you could, and I put there's a big cross and I'm a painter as well.
Yes.
And so I painted a cross for my father for Christmas, and he was like, "You want me to put anything on the front of it?" I was like, "Well, yeah." I sent him a picture of my painting, and so there's a cross on the front of it.
You know, for a science project, what I did for a high school science project was I took a empty propane tank and I cut tabs in it, and I tried to tune the tabs kind of like a happy drum.
A propane tank?
Yeah, a propane tank happy drum.
Wow.
And it was like a look. I even got an image on it on screen, so it kind of looked like this. You make these tabs, you cut these tabs into the propane tank, and the longer it is, the lower the note. And of course, you tune the note with a tuner, and it's meticulous. But yeah, it was like a makeshift happy drum or a pan drum, but out of a propane
he's got
tank.
different metals and different sizes for different notes.
Oh, see?
Yeah.
Now that's different because the drums you're talking about are made way better.
Well, these are, I mean, just for specific. I wish I could send you a picture of it.
Yeah.
But,
That's cool, man.
It's cool. I mean, it's got a cross on it, which makes it, when you're sitting there. I mean, if you're sitting on the couch all day and you put this in your lap, it's better than doing nothing. I'm staring at a cross and making the beautiful noise. It's very spiritual. Hand pans. There you go. There you go.
See it now, right? Yeah.
Yeah. The one, the top one, the fourth one from the top right.
Yeah. Right on, man. Well, send me a pic of your drum with the cross one of these days. But otherwise, I'm gonna move the wheels unless you have something else to say.
Yeah, no, we'll move the wheels. I mean, I had a recording studio in Nashville, sounding for him. So I'm looking to make some music. So yeah, we'll get the ball rolling. Let me know when
That's super
you guys
cool,
make
man.
the move.
Hit me up, send me music, and maybe we could do stuff. A
There you
pleasure,
go.
man.
All right, man.
Take
Keep
care.
up the good work.
Right on. Moving the wheels. Thank you for your call there. You can call in 760-515-3855 and chat about what you like. Now, what were we talking about here? I was showing you the females of UFC. Did we ever figure that out? Any UFC fans know if I'm right, that it is that the ladies get hurt more for some reason? It just doesn't look like a win. It doesn't look like a good thing in society. All right, let me show you this other thing here with the more ladies and feeling bad. You know how feeling bad is, right? Feeling bad for people. You know how that goes. You gotta see this. This is hilarious. So, you guys know what Vice News is? You guys know what Vice News is. Now, Vice News, magazine, media, current affairs channel, call it what you will, has always been about kind of showing kind of edgier stuff, the marginalized. They were around the punk era. I think it was started by Gavin McInnes, co-founder or something like that. Wasn't it a co-founder, Gavin McInnes? Gavino, yeah, founders Gavin McInnes. Huh, imagine that. So Vice Media put out this. Basically, it's like an emotional, a sort of like a what? What do you call this? Like a op-ed? Like an emotional piece, like a sympathy piece, if you will. Is that fair to say it? Anyways, it's titled "Why Some Sex Offenders Never Get Out of Prison," and so Vice chronicles the story of this man named Ishef and other convicted sex offenders who all said they had to serve time. They all had to serve additional time because of the restrictive housing laws that prohibit them from living in a lot of places around the country. Hey, what's up, Troy? Upside down, apparently. And so they chronicle the story of these sex offenders, and they try to make it real emotional, and you got to feel bad for them because society doesn't let them integrate, and it's hard for them to find jobs and housing. That life is real hard for a sex offender, basically, for a registered sex offender.
If you are dubbed a sex offender, someone who's committed a sex offense, you are subject to all types of punishments that nobody else, including murderers, are subject to.
Somebody who was sentenced to serve 1 or 2 years in prison could end up getting stuck there for the rest of their life solely because they can't find a place to live.
There's a lot of people who want this population to be isolated that think that isolation equals safety.
Like, I'm sympathetic because she was victimized, but I'm not sympathetic in the sense of taking responsibility for something I didn't do.
What do you think about the argument that the registry stigmatizes people who are trying to get their lives back together and maybe makes the community less safe?
I'd say don't commit sex offenses if you don't want to be on that registry.
Pretty interesting, huh? Pretty interesting point so far. I mean, don't commit sex offenses if you don't want to be on a sex offender registry. I mean, kind of common sense, right? I mean, that's why you're on the registry. But it's kind of interesting things that are being brought up, right? I mean, what do we believe here? Are we Christians or not? And what I mean by that is, I've heard of, for example, felons not being able to vote or not being able to exercise their Second Amendment because they were felons. But after they finish their time and they serve their time and they've paid their debt to society, shouldn't they be returned to society fully? We're talking the Second Amendment and voting rights. You know what I'm saying? Like, isn't there supposed to be like a punishment fit the crime mentality in America, in the judicial system, in the Constitution, and in Christianity, really? Are you following me? It's like, don't we believe people can overcome? You know what I'm saying? So it's quite interesting what Vice News brings up here about what sex offenders and stuff have to deal with. But you know, I'm not making a comment as to what should change because I don't know. I don't know the sex offender laws. All I see, you know, there's a good point that Vice made, but what I see is the emotions, the emotional piece they're making.
With little more than a bus ticket. No. After serving almost 6 extra years of dead time, 𝒔𝒊𝒄𝒊𝒂𝒍𝒔 is now reintegrating into society with little more than a bus ticket. No ID, no income, and few family ties.
Well, like I said, the punishment should fit the crime, and maybe it doesn't fit, but reintegrating in society can't be the easiest thing after something like that, right? It's going to cost you a little bit, and maybe what you're going through is what you got to go through. So, yeah, I guess I could argue about minutia and policy, but really what we need is just Christians and men dealing at the high levels of these, whoever's making these prison policies and all that. The kind of people making the policies should be the kind of people who believe in redemption and forgiveness. They'll know how to handle it. Did that make sense?
He now has to find a job, pay $100 to register as a sex offender, and make rent.
So this is what I'm renting out. It's like 4 of us in here that share this space. This the charger for my ankle monitor. I plug it in right here. And it charges. That's the bag I came out with all my legal work in it. And these just a few books that I brought back. I was accused of giving a woman unconsensual oral sex and penetrating her with my fingers.
How old were you?
So that's what he did to get into this situation.
Giving a woman unconsensual oral sex and penetrating her with my fingers.
I want to say it like him. I want to say it like him.
I was accused of giving a woman unconsensual oral sex.
Unconsensual oral sex.
And penetrating her with my
and what?
I was accused of giving a woman unconsensual oral sex and penetrating her with my fingers.
With my fingers.
How old were you?
15 at this time. Just like woke up one morning and got knocked on the back door.
15 years old.
That's exactly what happened. You know, I did almost 16 years. I will forever be affected.
What was it like to look for housing? Why did you get so many rejections?
Based on parole rules, clearly in personal people opinions and prejudices that it's included in the stigma of sex offenders.
So you're following so far? So that's the piece so far. Vice is all like, oh, we got to feel bad for them. And although there may be some good points being brought up, you can't trust Vice, the radical ladies at Vice, to bring light to this situation at all. And what is the funniest part of this whole thing is that in their whole little emotional thing, they bring them all in a circle and they're talking to them. Oh,
That is one of the greatest protective factors against
let's
reoffense.
get the insight into them.
Touching you.
Oh, society made
Won't
you do
even
this.
Acknowledge me as a member of the family anymore.
Society won't even acknowledge me. It's so hard. Look at how this ends. Look at how Ashif's story ends.
That's the people in the system. That's story need to be told. And just on a personal level, you know, a lot took place. A lot was taken from you.
How are you living with the label of sex offender?
Make me feel, you know, misunderstood. It doesn't represent who I am, but it don't change who I am. I'm not speaking on behalf of sex offenders. So I'm only speaking how it affected me.
Do you think that treatment or counseling plays any role?
In what?
Like helping people not reoffend? Helping people get their lives back on track?
I believe counseling help people overcome whatever they're going through.
Have you found it easy to access counseling?
No, I'm actually
Well, hold on, it's somewhere here.
on the wait list for counseling.
Hopeful for your future?
Oh, right here. Okay, right here.
Every different scenario, and I accept mine.
Are you hopeful for your future?
I'm definitely hopeful. I like the position I'm in. I ain't finna let stuff stop me. Not even this. Or
right on, brother.
Or DNA or a person's opinion. Like, we all out here in this world. And we all
chill.
gotta make it happen. And ain't nothing stopping me. So like, I'm very hopeful and confident.
After this interview, Ashif sent a picture of his penis to our producer. He later said through his lawyer that he sent it by mistake. Cyber flashing is illegal in Chicago by city ordinance.
So all that emotion, all that feeling bad for Ashif, and what did he do? What did he do? What did he go on and do? What did Ashif do? He couldn't help it, man. He couldn't help it. Yeah, the man has got issues. The man couldn't help it.
That I imagine you feel for everything that's happened.
I ain't got time for the resentment. Like life gotta include every element, every difference in a person's opinion. Like, we all out here in this world. And we all gotta make it happen, and ain't nothing stopping me. So like, I'm very hopeful and confident.
After this interview, Ashif sent a picture of his penis to our producer.
What the heck? What's wrong with
He
you,
later
man?
said-
What's wrong with you? The whole thing was on sex offenders. You were like footage of you with an ankle brace, with an ankle monitor. No, I don't. It's not a joke, Willie Pal. This was totally serious.
Through his lawyer that he sent it by mistake. Cyber flashing is illegal in Chicago by city ordinance.
Being on parole and having a sex offense on your record means that you have to follow a lot of rules. Is this what you thought freedom would feel like?
I'm not free. I'm still in a system. And they control.
You in the prison of your mind. Hake says counseling help you get past whatever you're going through. Yes, Ashif, call Bond. Go to rebuildingaman.com and you can get you some counseling from the greatest counseling on this side of heaven. So yeah, that's what you get for trying to be all nice and emotional to the sex offenders. It's like, yeah, everybody's got their issues to deal with and they got to overcome. But yeah, that's what you get. That's so funny. I don't know. It's just funny. It's just beautifully timed. The comedic timing is perfect. Just, you can't write stuff better. That's just it just writes itself. That's just beautiful. Comedy. What else do we got in the variety section before we get into another topic here? I got something to say about Russia. I got something to say about love and dating and communists and a bunch of stuff. I mean, should I play this? You've seen this. I just can't believe that this... that's like a genre of reporting. Of hurricane and extreme weather reporting, that the reporters go out there and like go in the middle of it. I don't know who started it, but like...
Just came flying by. All right, you know what? I think I'm just going to come in here for a second.
I don't know, it's just weird to me that this is even real. Like, is it for ratings? And like, oh, you know, it's an industry standard now. You know, the first guy did it and they're like, wow, look at all the ratings. And they just got to keep it going.
Jimmy, all right? I'm all right, I'm fine. I'm fine. You just can't stand up. All right.
Ugh.
All right, I'm going to let you guys look at the pictures, okay?
Yeah, we definitely will. You can't show us anything. Is this real? Is this GIF real? LOL. So yeah, that's crazy. That's a job for some people. Let's make sure we're at make sure we're approaching Italy in the correct way. We're shaking up here for some reason. It's so weird. Oh, sorry, you can't see what I'm doing. So here, I'm just messing around with the computer, and I'm setting the arrivals and stuff in the computer kind of last minute here. But just making sure that everything's set here for runway 25. Well, let's use whatever transition. Okay, we can't use that one. Runway 25, looking for runway, maybe runway 16 is fine. We'll do runway 16. We'll load that up. So that's in. We'll ILS 16 is what we're looking for. ILS is that GPS stuff that'll make it easy to land. Maybe we can find a 34R. Bear with me. Now back to Nika. Yeah, Sweden also got a new conservative government. So we're gonna go to Italy, fly over Sweden, maybe fly over Tehran, Iran, and then land in the new Russia, hopefully. Olive Garden for first class. Hey, my boy, we got anything you like in first class. We got all sorts of stuff. All right, so we'll go 34 left. Aren't plane maps based on a flat Earth? I think you're right about this, stand up, but I don't know what that means. We'll land 34 left. Load that up. We are landing. Runway 34 left. Very nice. Okay. Now let's switch off heading mode and nav mode and go to flight level change and go down to a more manageable height here. Altitude. Click on flight level change. Tell the autopilot to switch me up. And we'll click on the nav so that we're on track. And that's how you autopilot. Isn't that cool? Putin knows only 5'3". You could take him. Okay. But why do I want to fight Tsar Putin? I don't want to fight Tsar Putin. Okay. We're descending. And life is beautiful. You know what? One last thing here. One last final thing here that I got to check and get that situated before we go. 34 left. Let's find what I'm not getting any waypoint info. That's not good. What I'm trying to find is the frequency of the runway. And I believe it's here somewhere. Aha. And we want the frequency for 34 left. And there it is, 1089. Put that on our active. Tell the computer that that's what we're going to choose. absolutely beautiful. Once we're closer and intercept this frequency, we will be well on our way to landing in Italy. Okay. And back to Nika. Thanks, Birdie Bound Brian. That's a new name. Appreciate you joining on nickstream. Appreciate the support. And we got from the one and only Lin Yan Chin, first class seat. Come on down and enjoy your first class seat. Lin Yan Chin says, super chat. He also says, can I get a 𝒂💊💄💌 in first class? I want to build the Zeta Gundam this time. Is it available? Hey, if you're in first class, you can get whatever you want. All right. We have a 3D printer. So just load up the schematics and print you out a whole Gundam or just the parts so you can build it yourself. Lin Yan Chin. Appreciate you supporting the show and buying a first class ticket. Who else do I got to welcome? That's everybody. Thank you so much. Appreciate the support. I wanted to show you something here, right? Give me a second here.
You know, we partnered with Google for
Did someone just send me this?
For example, if you Google climate change, you will, at the top of your search, you will get distortive. You know, we own the science, and we think that the world, you know,
Did someone just send me this? I don't know where I got this.
We started this partnership when we were shocked to see that when we Googled climate change, we were getting incredibly distorted information right at the top. So we're becoming much more proactive. You know, we own the science, and we think that the world, you know, should know it, and the platforms themselves also do. But again,
you gotta love the World Economic Forum darlings. They get to tell you what to think because they're the big smart ones. I think someone sent that. Thank you. We got some first class super chats here. Very cool. Thank you so much. Let me welcome the first class fresh new first class seats here. We got one from Kohlberger R, man. Thank you. Says, me too. Gunpla? What is that? What is that word? What are you saying? But with the first class seat, come on down. Much appreciated. And the magnanimous one and only Hake. Come on down. Enjoy your first class seat. Plenty of room. Nice soft seats or hard seats, whatever you need for your back, my friend. Come on down. He says with his first class super chat, says, U.S. Geological Survey azimuthal equidistant world map? What are you saying? Is this a Google image search that I should search that will show us the truth? Is this the truth, Hake? Are those the ice walls and the equidistant azimuthal map you're talking about? What is that? What are you talking about? Azimuthal equidistant. Or maybe he's talking about what flight charts are built on. Very cool. Birdie Bound Brian, Friday Night Flights. Thank you so much, man. Come on down and enjoy your first class seat. Thank you for purchasing it. All right, y'all. We're in France, about to cross into Italy and flying past Switzerland. Shout out Austria, shout out Croatia, shout out Slovenia, shout out Spain, shout out Germany. It doesn't look like we'll be intercepting this. What a mess. What's the point of a nav if you're not going to go to where I'm telling you to go? You know what I mean? Like, here I am, the autopilot. You see this purple line? That purple line is the way we're supposed to be on it. You tell the autopilot, go on the line, and it doesn't. I mean, what are you supposed to do here? I mean, what are we supposed to do? It's okay. What's cool is we're gonna just do it, you know, slightly manually. We don't need their help. Okay. Oh, what's up, Triple T? Welcome. It's good to see you. Getting text. Hold on. What the heck? I wouldn't go to France because France is no longer. Oh, is it President Trump? I wouldn't go to France. France. We all love France, right? Well, France is no longer France. Wow, that wasn't a very good Trump. That was my worst Trump. This pesky spider. This pesky spider came down the water spout. I mean, come on, honestly. We got spiders coming in across the border. And it won't leave me alone. I mean, we got Pokemon, right? Pokemon. We love Pokemon. The Japanese, the great Japanese. We got more show. We got more show. Get the vibes going. We got more show ahead of us. Guys, I might just land in Italy and call it, because what am I going to find a time to fly to Russia, too? What the heck? Okay. Let me turn on the AC. I'll be right back. You got to do the inhale with your teeth together. You're right. He's like, we got the great Japanese, right? All right, hold on. Be right back.
Put some of that motherfucking pivot in, man. Certified in the streets, you can axe around. Certified in the field, never been a clown. Certified, turn your time to my time. You ain't certified, pussy nigga, sit your ass down. Certified, pussy nigga, I'm certified. I'm certified, nigga, I'm certified. When it's beef, know I'm down to ride. Pull out them choppers and they go homicide. Niggas say they gon' do something, but really be about talk. Knowing damn well, they motherfucking soft. Your baby mama gave me top, I told that bitch get lost. Walking around like a gangster, but the survey said that's false.
Impassively, impartially, suspend ego. A lot of people got baptized, and it doesn't always take. People fall from grace. Why do they? You see, we're just talking about the same old problem, but we put it a step up, but it's the same problem. How can I improve myself? Was the first problem. The second problem is, how can I accept grace? They're both the same problem. Because you've got to make a move which will put yourself out of your own control into the control of a better. If you don't believe in the Christian kind of a God, you can believe in the Hindu kind of a God, who is equal with God. So you've got to meditate in such a way that you identify with your higher self. How do you do that? Well, you start by watching all your thoughts very carefully, watching your feelings, watching your emotions, so that you begin to build up a sense of separation between the watcher and what is watched.
What is up, everybody? Thanks for the patience. I was just doing a little flying, making sure everything was cool, and I'd be a liar if I wasn't vibing out a little bit and kind of enjoying the break there while I was flying and letting the audio go. How's everybody doing? Why haven't we landed? Because we're still on our way. Look, Lord Bibby, we're still on our way. Coming into our final approach here. It's getting pretty spicy. I don't know why when we get down to this altitude, we start shaking. I must have done something wrong with the flight because we can't seem to stop shaking at lower altitudes. But I mean, is Hurricane Ian all the way over here? That doesn't make sense. Jeez, now we're really shaking. Why are we shaking so much? This is crazy. We're not going fast enough? That's crazy. Yeah, Kohlberger, you like that? Yeah. That was Alan Watts. Anybody know any Alan Watts? I don't know too much about him, but I had heard him talk about the thoughts. So yeah, there you go. It isn't made up, okay? JLP and the thoughts. He's tapping into a ancient ancestral history, straight from the source. G-O-D. So yeah, take that. Put that in your pipe and smoke it. I'm just joking. Hey, what's up, Jabril? No, man, no JLP streams. But Hake put the reasoning. It's because of a YouTube strike, man. Could you imagine that? They said that we were spreading misinfo. Imagine that. What else do we got? Turbulence. Man. I feel like I can't get into any more topics because we're about to land and I'm dealing with a shaky plane. And I don't know. I mean, I guess I could get into a topic, but I don't want to do it justice. I might have to save it for tomorrow. We're doing a little surprise stream tomorrow. What do you guys say? Maybe we can finish our flight from Italy to Russia tomorrow. Finish our European fascism tour. Could you imagine that? They're calling this woman, which is like, okay, I'm praying for Italy. You guys got a woman head of state. Praying for y'all, but she wants a family. She wants the policies that'll improve families and Christianity and marriage. Like, okay, yeah, fascist. She's so evil. But that's what's up. Okay, that's what our government and the Western world media call evil and fascism, families and Christianity. So put that one in your pipe and smoke it. Like I said, I feel like I can't get into a topic here. All right, y'all, let's watch me land. How about that? All right, let's focus on the landing here. Because we're going to land, okay? So that's what's up. So we are a little off, kind of about to go off the coast here of Italy. Amalfi Coast. As you can see, we're still shaking a little bit. The gear's up. Flaps are up. Speed brakes are up. Like, why are we shaking? This just doesn't make sense. Any real pilots in the chat? APU's off. Speed brakes off. Landing gears up. We're at a good speed. What is this? Inert SEP on. The computer's trying to warn me about something, and I don't know what that is. And here I'm Googling it. I don't think that's what pilots do. They don't Google what warning their aircraft is giving them. The inert SEP warning appears on the screen when the inertial separator is something that turboprops have. It's in response to the engine anti-ice being switched on. Oh, it's true. I do have the anti-ice switched on. I don't want to freeze. Okay, so that's good. That's a good thing, I think. You guys okay with all this? This might be boring to some of y'all, but I appreciate the the landing loud if we ever needed you. Listen, you guys appreciate this? I'm sorry, I gotta focus. I'm sorry if you guys like bored by this, but please bear with me. All right, hold on. What's this? What's this? What's this? Why is we shaking? The lights. All right, y'all. How about this? Vibe out with me as I land the plane, okay? I don't have any show right now. You guys mind? You guys mind? Vibe out with me, no show? All right, cool. I don't think we shaking no more. You have no idea how janky a lot of this is right now, because there's a lot of things that should be working right now that are not. And so I'm kind of just, I don't know if any pilot has to do stuff like this, but I'm like doing a lot of janky stuff right now where I'm just kind of making it work, making it ghetto. Anchor baby pilot, affirmative action pilot.
by Skype or phone or in person. And the one primary problem that 99.999.999.9% the problem that most people have is that they believe the lies. They believe the lies in their imagination. I can't tell you the number of people that I've spoken with or counseled with that they're tripping over something that happened, and if they're reminded of it, it's
okay.
that it was a wrong thing.
Still got a ways actually.
Once they're reminded of it,
A little more than I thought. We can get into something. I think we can get into something. So, what? Oh yeah, that's true. I did have a thing. That's true. Okay, y'all see this? All right. We were speaking of killers, right? Speaking of psychopaths. Speaking of killers and psychopaths, let me show you what real sociopaths look like. Not that Jeffrey Dahmer or Gacy or anybody was not. But wait, hold on. Wow, just found out some crazy news. My son was hit by a lady driving. He was walking, broke his leg in 3 different places. Crazy. Man, Teresa, sorry to hear that. I hope he's all right, okay? Yeah, my buddy got run over by a car and got his leg broken and had to put titanium stuff in there. It was a recovery and a half, so wishing you well, Teresa. Wishing you and yours well. Sorry if I said it, if I put you on blast and told the world. Well, you know, everybody on the flight. But what was I saying here? What was I saying? Oh yeah. We were talking about killers, right? Talking about let me show you some real killers, okay? You might have seen this on the JLP show today. You might have seen this on the JLP show. But it's these Chicago youth graduating from their 8th grade graduation. They're at their 8th grade graduation. Look at these young youths at their 8th grade graduation. These young, productive members of society.
I told you my dude's not gonna play. I told you it's gonna get. We don't play with no regular nigga. On my butter. We do it. Don't play my slide. On 4th grade, it will get like that.
So if you gon' slide, then slide, then.
No chocolate. No cap. No chocolate. Booty gang. 3 switches right here.
Booty gang.
That's just enough right there.
Is that a Chicago thing? Is that a Chicago thing? Booty gang. I heard that in a song once. I heard that in a song. It was like, I hope she don't like no Goody Gang N-word. What's that song? It's like, what's that song? It's black song. It's R&B. Sorry, weird interlude, but it's a black song. It's R&B and it's like dun 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 for a minute. Dun, 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 dun. What is that? Dun, 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 dun. Come on, black people in the chat. You gotta hit me up. Ah. Ba-bum, bum, bum. For a minute. Ba-bum, ba-bum, dun, 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 dun. Anybody? Lord. Nobody. Okay. But I'm thinking of that. That's such a weird. Oh, can we talk, Kevin? Thank you. We got the name. Can we talk by Tevin Campbell? Girl, can we talk, Tevin Campbell? Okay, I heard this remix, and they said that phrase, "Goody Gang," N-word. Is this like a black thing, like a Chicago thing that I don't know?
Let me find out you want a 17 nigga. Let me find out you want a Southside nigga. Let me
me find out she want a Gertown nigga, a P-Town nigga, a Holly Grove nigga. Let me find out you want a Calio nigga.
Wait.
Let me find out you want a Third Wall nigga. Let me find out she want an AD nigga, a FB nigga,
A Goody Gang. What is this? What are we listening to? It's kind of hot, okay? Low IQ sounds. Woo! Okay. Anyways, trying to land the plane here. Just talking about random crap here. What are we saying here? Oh yeah, we're talking about this stuff here.
I told you we don't I told you it's gonna get. We don't play with no regular nigga. On my butter. We do it. Don't play my slime. On folks great, it will get like that. Switchy. No talking. No cap. No talking. Switch game. 3 switches right here. And I put the bitch. That's just enough right there. That's enough. 1, 2.
So buddies, 8th graders here got the switchies on the back. For those that don't know, little switch to turn your pistol full automatic. So yeah, man, it's crazy. I mean, what else can we say about this besides the fact that the gun laws and they must not know the restrictive gun laws in Chicago. Okay, someone must have not told these young graduates that in Chicago you're not allowed to have those things. Okay, I'm sure as soon as they're informed, they'll be quick to follow the law and comply. I'm sure they're just not aware. Okay, so don't be judging. But like, you know, it's like that's who's being armed. All right, that's who's got the guns. Not the law-abiding citizens. All right, it's enough of that. You know what I'm talking about. I got something else for y'all. Something else for y'all here. So that was that on the boys with the blickies. You want to see some switchy action? Tune in tomorrow. We're gonna do a little World War III vibe. Stream some gaming. Stream some Tarkov, and we'll procure a whole bunch of fully automatic Glocks for tomorrow's stream and shoot them. Of course, virtually. I mean, virtually in Minecraft. So yeah, join us tomorrow. We'll get our own little switchy action and get in the Russian World War III vibe. How's that for a Saturday morning stream? What else here? We shall leave these 2 stories for tomorrow. 3 stories for tomorrow and do them better. We'll do them better. New euphemism just dropped. Graduates. We got graduates. We got teens. We got graduates. We got Democrats running amok. All right? Yeah, Kohlberger, I'm doing like a early stream tomorrow. We'll do a little gaming. We'll do a little review of the debate between Destiny and stuff and other stuff going on tomorrow. Other people debating, I believe, and we'll review it all and have some fun. How's that for a show, huh? Okay, hold on here. What do we got? Yeah, I'm going to save all that. That's enough. I really have no show, guys. So just vibe out, all right? Just vibe out as we land, all right? All right, I don't got nothing else. I really don't. I can't try and force it. We do, however, have a first-class super chat here from Willie Pal. Thank you so much for the support. All right, I'll be right back. Emergency landing in the island of Corsica? What do y'all say? Or let's go into mainland Italy. Because we got like, what, 30 minutes of flight ahead of us, I think. I'm taking it manual, boys and ladies. We're going manual. We've gone full manual, y'all. Any, ooh, I know what we could do. Altitude heading. Here's what we'll do. Any airports in, what is Corsica? It's an island in France, apparently. Let's redirect to a different airport. Trying to get my bearings here. Putting in the new plan in the computer. Oh, man. Okay. Okay, that should be good. Okay. Load the approach. Arrival. Okay. Let's nav our way there. Hey! And we're on our way to the new airport. And we'll go in manual because I don't know what I'm doing. Oh, what a mess. Auto throttle off. Let us make our way. No need to hold hands. No need to be scared. Hold me, I'm scared. Our passengers are scared. Flying in the dark. About to bring the show to a close. How's everybody doing? Everybody enjoy their Friday? What's playing right now? What's everybody going to get down to this Friday? Anybody got any good plans for Saturday? Any fun stuff? What y'all got planned? Ooh, we're fast. Slow that down. Yes, stand up. We're on our way to land. Okay. Ooh, got low. Ooh, lower that. Okay. I want to bring that up a little bit. We old. We don't party on Friday nights. Right on. Hold a picture of that. What? About to hit the hay. Right on. Stand up. Thanks for joining, man. Means a lot. The wall going up. The plane going down. Don't be talking mess. Okay. Hold up. Oh my God, we were banking down. How big steep bank there. If you spilt your drinks, the flight attendant will come by and give you a refill. Oh Lord. Oh, I lost you guys. Sorry. Spooky vibes for October. Jeez, I keep trying to look at chat and fly. We're kind of slow here. Okay. Where's the runway? Okay. Jeez. We're shaking again. We are shaking again. Why? Oh no. The plane is shaking. I still don't know why that's happening, y'all. What is this mix? I'm just playing random stuff. Okay. Yes, stand up. A lot of flying. I'm not a pilot, but a lot of flying is especially what I'm doing right now. It's called an IFR flight. This is an instrument flight route, and so the whole flight is centered around using my instruments. So you are correct, stand up, that flying is a lot of instrument reading, especially airliners and jets and stuff. There's VFR, visual flight rules. When you just flying with your eyes, you could totally do that. But when you're midair, you could switch from VFR to IFR out of necessity, due to low, conditions. Jeez. So yeah, that's what's up. Stand up. All right. So dark. But thanks for being with me, y'all. Whoa. Why are we bumpy? You guys seeing this? I'm trying to control the plane here. Highway landing. Y'all are funny. Okay. Oh! What? This is not good. I think we died. Are we dead? I think we're dead, y'all. I think we died. Yep, we died. Are we on the ground or not? Well, there goes that. I think we're on the ground. What the heck? I didn't even see any ground. What was that? When did we hit ground? Look, we're on the side of a hill. We've landed, y'all. But look, we landed upright. No, the fuselage is not torn open. Let's turn off the engines. Engines shut off here. Oh my God. Oh, slow down. Oh, we're actually still moving. Falling down the side of this hill. What the heck? I didn't even think I was that low to the ground. All right, y'all. Don't get mad. Okay, so we landed, everybody. Listen. I don't know what else to say, okay? I had a fun time. Talked about random crud. I hope you found something in that, and I hope you enjoyed it at least somewhat. Couldn't hack it. Apparently, I couldn't land this one. Couldn't land this one, y'all. My apologies. Nick is like Denzel from Flight. Yep. They always. I'm calling Benjamin Crump tomorrow. We had blacks on the plane. Oh, that's it. It's over for me. I'm getting sued. That's the way she goes, y'all. Anyways, I hope you got something from the show. I hope you at least enjoyed it. Don't miss church on Sunday. And if you got some time to join me tomorrow morning for a little bit of fun gaming/debate stream, hit me up. Nickstream tomorrow. We'll see. Maybe 10, 11, 12 in the in Pacific time. But otherwise, what can I say? It was a fun show, and I appreciate y'all being with me. Until the next one, y'all, take care. Peace.